respond. Also tonight, the frightening moments on a Delta flight filling with smoke, passengers horrified. And tonight here, remembering Roberta Flack. First tonight, millions of government workers facing that midnight deadline to respond to Elon Musk's government-wide email. Employees told to list 5 accomplishments or risk losing their jobs. Tonight, confusion over whether this is mandatory. But President Trump today suggesting what happens if you do not respond. Also tonight, the images coming in here, the Delta flight, smoke filling the cabin, passengers using slides to escape. Tonight, the future of Ukraine and the high-stakes meeting at the White House. President Trump side by side with French President Emmanuel Macron. Macron's warning that peace must not mean a surrender of Ukraine. And our Ian panel with President Zelensky.
Would you be willing to give up the presidency if it meant peace for Ukraine?
Zelensky's answer, making news tonight. This evening, the new message of caution from the Vatican on Pope Francis, what they're now saying as cardinals and the faithful gather in St. Peter's Square. Back in the U.S., police say the man opening fire inside a hospital, shooting a doctor, a nurse, a custodian, and then shooting several officers when they arrived. Authorities say killing one of them. Tonight here, word now on a motive. The price of eggs soaring tonight, and now Denny's, the newest restaurant, saying they will charge extra for meals with eggs. A new strain of coronavirus discovered in China. What the CDC is now saying about this tonight. And she was the soundtrack to the 70s. Tonight here, tributes to a legend, Roberta Flack.
Killing me softly with this song, killing me softly.
Her poetic grace as a singer and flawless style at the piano.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. We begin tonight with this midnight deadline. Millions of federal workers have just hours left to answer an email. Elon Musk telling the federal workers to list 5 things you did in the last week at work or risk losing your job. Tonight, confusion over whether this is mandatory, but Elon Musk on X saying failure to do so, quote, will be taken as a resignation. And today, President Trump calling the proposal ingenious, saying if people don't respond, they would be semi-fired or fired. ABC's chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, leading us off.
I'll come back to you, okay? I promise.
Tonight, growing backlash after Elon Musk gave more than 2 million federal workers until midnight tonight to send an email listing what they've done in the last week or lose their jobs. In Belton, Missouri, long lines of people waiting to get into a town meeting for Republican Congressman Mark Alford.
Elon Musk has contracts with the federal government. But he is also, I think, doing an effective job. To see waste, abuse, and fraud weeded out. Some of them here today.
I don't want him in charge of it. Over the weekend, Musk posting on X, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Soon after, the Office of Personnel Management emailing workers, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week. Deadline is this Monday at 11:59 p.m. Then the confusion began. Newly installed FBI Director Kash Patel quickly telling his team the FBI, through the Office of the Director, is in charge of all of our review processes. For now, please pause any responses. At least 3 agencies, including the Justice Department, the State Department, and the Department of Defense, also instructing their employees not to respond to Musk's directive. But other agencies sending the opposite message. The Treasury Department telling its employees you are required to respond before the deadline. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy sending similar signals.
I have no problem with the employees here saying, what did you do last week? And if you can't come up with 5 things that you did, maybe you shouldn't be employed here.
The Department of Health and Human Services sending competing messages to its own workers, first telling them to respond to the email, then 6 hours later telling them not to respond. And tonight telling workers they can respond if they want to, but instructing assume what you write will be read by malign foreign actors and tailor your response accordingly. Still, other agencies insisting the email was optional. The Department of Agriculture telling workers there's no penalty for not responding. Today in the Oval Office, the president himself saying if you don't respond, you're semi-fired or fired.
We have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired.
The president calling Musk's idea ingenious. But tonight, the head of the largest union of federal employees says the workforce is on edge and very frustrated, adding the administration's goal is clear.
They want to confuse the workforce. They want to put fear in the minds of the workforce that they'll just quit.
And now tonight, sources tell us that the Office of Personnel Management is now telling agencies that this directive is voluntary. But we all heard what the president said, that if you don't respond, you will be fired or semi-fired. The bottom line here tonight, there is still a lot of confusion around all of this. And in the meantime, the president is now announcing far-right podcaster Dan Bongino to be the second in command at the FBI. He is a loyal Trump supporter. He stoked conspiracy theories about January 6th, and David has been deeply critical of the FBI.
All right, Mary Bruce leading us off at the White House. Mary, thank you. We turn that.
As a professional mechanic, your tools are essential for your living. Icon tools complete every repair without giving an inch. With broad selection and industry-leading warranty, you can count on Icon. You can count on great value. With over 1,500 stores and interest-free credit on qualifying purchases, why pay tool truck prices? Go with Icon Tools. Tool truck quality, unbeatable value, only at Harbor Freight.
Oh, nothing works on this acne.
Hi. Who? I'm a licensed dermatology provider from Curology. Answer a few questions, I'll look at your skin and prescribe you a personalized cream.
Wow! Curology. Start today at Curology.com.
Out of the harrowing Delta flight out of Atlanta, flying to Columbia, South Carolina. They had just taken off when the cabin filled with thick smoke. You can see it right there in the images. The pilots immediately turning back to Atlanta, the passengers rushing to cover their faces, then using slides to escape once they landed. Gio Benitez covers aviation.
Tonight, thick smoke seen filling the cabin of this Delta Airlines flight, passengers covering their noses, the plane forced to return to Atlanta.
Smoke in the cabin and need to plan a return back.
The 25-year-old Boeing 717 bound for Columbia, South Carolina this morning with 99 passengers and crew on board. But just minutes into the flight, the cabin filling with that thick haze. Delta saying the flight crew followed procedures, making an emergency landing. Atlanta Fire Rescue helping to evacuate the plane, passengers seen going down slides and standing on one of the wings.
When we went out of one of the exits, we were actually on the wing. And we kept saying, well, how are we going to get down? And we had to go back into the plane and during more smoke and then go to the other exit and then fly down the chute.
And it comes after these incredible images. Over the weekend, an American Airlines flight from New York's JFK, escorted by Italian Air Force fighter jets, the plane headed for New Delhi, India, landing in Rome after it was diverted because of a security threat.
The captain came on and said that there was diversion due to a security issue.
Senior official telling ABC News the flight was rerouted due to a bomb threat received over email. Passengers bussed to the terminal for screening, Italian authorities conducting a security sweep of the aircraft. The threat later found to be non-credible.
Meanwhile, David, back in Atlanta on that smoke incident, the FAA says it is investigating and trying to figure out where that smoke came from. David?
Unsettling couple of months for flyers across the country. Gio, thank you again tonight. We do have new reporting this evening, the deadly hostage standoff in Pennsylvania. Police say a man shooting a doctor, a nurse, a custodian at a hospital, and then shooting several officers when they arrived. Authorities say killing one of them. Tonight here, word on a motive. Here's Aaron Katursky.
Tonight, a senior law enforcement official tells ABC News anguish and anger over the recent death of a loved one motivated a deadly attack at this hospital. Police in West York, Pennsylvania say Diogenes Archangel Ortiz burst into the intensive care unit at UPMC Memorial Saturday morning with a semi-automatic handgun, wounding a doctor, a nurse, and a custodian, then zip-tying a staff member, taking her hostage.
Holding her at gunpoint, coming out into the hallway, the officers, left with no recourse, did open fire.
Ortiz killing West York police officer Andrew Duarte and wounding 2 more officers before he was killed by police. Duarte had just turned 30 and was one of only 13 officers on the West York force. His mother, Nancy, telling our affiliate WHTM.
The Lord used him to save the lives of others, even though it took Andrew's life. which I can't even believe when I say it out loud.
The attack follows the caught-on-camera assassination of healthcare executive Brian Thompson. Alleged killer Luigi Mangione, who was pleaded not guilty, has become a folk hero for some who see the crime as vengeance. Violence at hospitals is rising, David. In recent years, healthcare workers have come under attack more than any other employee in the private sector. David?
Aaron Katersky tonight. Aaron, thank you. Tonight, the future of Ukraine and the high-stakes meeting at the White House. President Trump side by side with French President Emmanuel Macron. Macron offering some praise for Trump, but warning, when it comes to Ukraine, peace must not mean a surrender of Ukraine. President Trump, who has called President Zelensky a dictator, was asked today if Putin is a dictator. How he answered, and our Ian panel with President Zelensky in Ukraine tonight.
3 years since Russia launched a massive invasion of Ukraine. Today at the White House, President Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron pressed about their deep divisions when it comes to the future of Ukraine.
I've spoken to President Putin, and my people are dealing with him constantly, and they want to end this war.
With allies in Europe who've been left out of recent negotiations between the US and Russia watching closely, Macron making it clear this war can't end in Russia's favor.
Cette paix ne peut pas être un cessez-le-feu sans garantie.
Saying peace must not mean a surrender of Ukraine and that peace must allow for Ukrainian sovereignty. The difference is extending to Putin too. When pressed, Trump again refusing to call Vladimir Putin a dictator, instead saying he might visit Moscow soon, a trip that would be a huge boost to Putin, who's been isolated from the West since the start of the war.
Mr. President, you called Zelensky a dictator. Would you use the same words regarding Putin?
I don't use those words lightly. I think that we're going to see how it all works out.
Ukrainian President Zelensky, who Trump has called a dictator, under intense pressure from the White House to sign a deal giving the US permission to mine critical minerals and resources inside Ukraine. President Zelensky has stood strong and defiant, fighting for security guarantees Ukraine needs to ensure Russia doesn't invade again, telling me over the weekend he's ready to resign if it means peace.
You're under pressure from Moscow to step aside and Washington to hold elections. Would you be willing to give up the presidency if it meant peace for Ukraine?
Even offering to stand down if it meant membership of NATO, saying, I'll do it immediately without a long conversation about it.
David, there have been large-scale rallies across Europe tonight expressing solidarity with Ukraine. In Paris, the Eiffel Tower lit up in the colours of the Ukrainian flag, highlighting, I think, the very real differences now between the US and its allies on the war. David?
Ian panel in Kyiv again tonight for us. Ian, thank you. Tonight, the new message of caution from the Vatican on the health of Pope Francis. His 11th night in the hospital now at 88. What they're now saying about the Pope is cardinals and the faithful gather in St. Peter's Square. Our Marcus Moore at the Vatican tonight.
Tonight, cardinals and the faithful gathering in St. Peter's Square as Pope Francis spends an 11th day in the hospital.
My prayer is, I will be done, really. I don't know what to pray for. I hope he's not suffering.
The Vatican today saying the 88-year-old Pope showed slight improvement, but remains in critical condition after suffering a prolonged asthmatic respiratory crisis over the weekend. The Pope requiring both oxygen and blood transfusions to increase his red blood cells and platelet count.
The mother of the church.
Cardinal Timothy Dolan of New York making headlines suggesting the Pope was near death.
We of the Catholic family and so many of our friends and neighbors find ourselves this morning at the bedside of a dying father, as our Holy Father, Pope Francis, is in very, very fragile health and probably close to death.
On Sunday, doctors said the Pope showed slight signs of decreased kidney function, but insists it's under control as he battles pneumonia in both lungs. The Vatican saying today he's responding well to treatments.
You can't really expect much when you're managing critical patients because every day things can change, sometimes by the hour.
And David, the Vatican also says the Pope returned to some work today, including making his routine call to the parish in Gaza. Still, doctors remain cautious about his prognosis. David.
People around the world polling for the Pope. Marcus, thank you. Back here in the U.S., the CDC is investigating a listeria outbreak linked to frozen supplemental shakes served to people at long-term care facilities and hospitals. The outbreak has been linked to Lions Ready Care and Cisco Imperial frozen supplemental shakes made by Prairie Farms in Fort Wayne, Indiana. All have been recalled. 38 people from 21 states have been infected with this particular strain of listeria, At least 12 people have now died. When we come back here tonight, what the CDC is now saying after a new strain of coronavirus has now been discovered in China. Also, the price of eggs in the U.S. soaring again, and Denny's now saying some restaurants will be charging extra for meals with eggs. We remember Roberta Flack tonight, how Clint Eastwood helped make her famous. And look at this, the close call, the race to escape a large avalanche, trying to outrun the wall of snow in a moment here.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
At Mattress Firm's 72-hour sale, save up to 72% on top brands. Get matched at Mattress Firm, sleep at night.
I think I changed my mind about these glasses.
Yeah, it happens. That's why VisionWorks gives you 100 days to change your mind. It's simple. Anything else I can help you with?
Like what?
VisionWorks. See the difference.
Tonight, the CDC is tracking this new strain of coronavirus discovered in bats in China. This new strain, discovered by researchers at the Wuhan Institute. They say lab studies show it may have the potential to infect humans. The CDC tonight saying there is currently no reason to believe the virus currently poses a concern to public health, and there are no known human infections as of yet. Back here in the U.S. tonight, bird flu leading to egg prices soaring even more. The average price for a dozen eggs, $4.95 in January, more expensive in some parts of the country. Nearly double the cost.
Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is Raw Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And in my famous words, like I like to tell my audience and anybody that's rocking out with me, and my famous word, good morning. What's happening, man? Listen, we open up with a little bit of that news. You know what I'm saying? What's going on around? We just open up with a little bit of news, getting people in here to get viral. But man, listen, another plane. You know what I mean? Like it's if another plane lands, if another plane land or crash, I don't know what's going on. But Delta plane went down. Delta plane went down. It went down. And they said it was smoke in a car. I don't know what happened, man. I'm about to play it for y'all. It's just that I don't think I'm messing with the planes this year. I don't think that shit. They said a bunch of smoke in the cockpit, so you couldn't believe it. Plane came to emergency landing. I guess everybody was all right. You know what I mean? I don't want to do no plane land. I think it ain't no crash. Oh, which one is it? Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. Oh, which one is it? Oh, yeah, the smoke in the cockpit. It is. It's so when you just put in planes on your joint and it's going to pop up. Smoke in the cockpit, smoke whatever. Smoke. Whoa.
Scary moments aboard this Delta flight today as a haze filled the plane after taking off in Atlanta. Passengers seen covering their faces. The Boeing 717 was only in the air for a few minutes, looping back around for an emergency landing at the world's busiest airport around 9 a.m. Slides were deployed and first responders helped people deplane.
We are being evacuated off of the plane.
Kristen Morris was among the 94 passengers on the flight bound for South Carolina.
No sooner than we took off, the plane was filled with smoke.
Delta says 2 people received medical attention, adding in a statement, "Nothing is more important than the safety of our customers and people." The FAA now investigating what went wrong. Aviation analyst John Cox says it looks more serious than it is.
This is likely an air conditioning or pressurization issue, and that would not have these people in danger at all.
On Sunday, fighter jets escorted this American Airlines plane to Rome after it was diverted because of an emailed bomb threat, later found not credible, according to a source familiar with the situation. And last week, a Delta regional jet crash landed on a snowy Toronto runway, even flipping upside down. As today's smoky scene in Atlanta further fans concerns over flying. Emily Ikeda, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on.
Yeah. Hey, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. I had to start out with it again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, boy, they shade the boy Justin Bieber on that stuff, man. I gotta get to him. Boy, Justin Bieber, if you look at the picture, Justin Bieber's so high. Like, yeah, I don't understand why people think that they ain't doing that. The boy putting it in them. I don't care if they want to ban me or say anything. But Justin Bieber getting high than a motherfucker. Bless the please. Justin Bieber gets faded. I don't care. That's their culture to be faded. You get what I'm saying? Come on, here we go. Justin Bieber.
Tam. As Justin's 31st birthday approaches,
Justin
on March
getting
1st,
down,
he's
man.
focused on his family and his music, not speculation about his health, which his rep calls, quote, exhausting and pitiful, and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, harmful narratives alive. E! News has reached out to Justin's team for comment and has not yet heard back. Amid rumors on social media, including speculation of a rift between him and Haley, Justin shares a message online on February 20th, taking to his Instagram story to post this, which was set to the song Free Fallin' by John Mayer. The text reads, quote, it's time to grow up. Changing is about letting go, not trying harder. Are you tired of trying to follow all of the rules in hopes that the results you crave? I've found love to be more powerful than rules. He continues, quote, you don't work to mature. You let go to mature. Today I'm letting go and remembering the weight isn't on me to change. The weight is on God.
717. 717, God. 717. Where I'm from. What's wrong with Justin Bieber snapping on folk dogs drugs? He's on drugs. Why I miss us on drugs? Nobody. Justin Bieber's on drugs. I knew the guy was on drugs. I was on drugs ever since about 16, 17. What's wrong with that? He's young. He's 31 years old, but the thing is, he using them hard drugs, the pills, the cane. You know, if you're in Hollywood, the cane is just a part of life. The white candy, it's just a part of life. It's just really a part of life. So the white candy is just like smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? Putting the white candy in you, that's what he does. You could look at that boy, Justin Bieber, and says he's a cokehead. Ain't no joking in that. Don't get mad at me. This boy's a cokehead. He's a cokehead. You know what I mean? He likes them hard drugs, bro.
Guys, I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Nav.
Today we're talking about Justin Bieber's busy weekend. Some parts good, some parts
and it looks like him
Grab
and
it.
Haley's team are looking to prioritize.
We'll also talk about Sydney Sweeney because
I don't want to hear that. I want to get straight to Justin. He is
Recently, rumors surrounding Justin Bieber's health have caught the public's attention, with many speculating about his potential drug use. These rumors were sparked by various online reports and public sightings, which fueled concerns among fans and the media. In response to these speculations, a representative for Justin Bieber has spoken out, unequivocally denying the claims of drug use, labeling them as absolutely not true. The statement from his representative sought to clear up any confusion surrounding the pop star's health and lifestyle,
let me see something.
emphasizing that there is no...
I don't understand what are they so mad because Justin Bieber wants to do drugs. Now, doing drugs is not right. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. But when you're young, you want to experiment and do things. So that's the problem with the paparazzis and the tabloids. They want to unhumanize you. Justin's young. He hangs out with those rock stars. I'm 100% sure that boy messed with that nose candy. He messed with that nose candy, put a blunt in him. Justin Bieber does all that. I'm not faulting the man for doing that, enjoying his life. He's 30 years old. You know what I mean? When the party's starting to take a toll on you, it's time to give it a break. But I'm not throwing Justin Bieber under the bus because he get high, man. I mean, he's rich. Now, I mean, he doesn't have much responsibilities today that he can't point it away. I don't think his drug abuse sent him bankrupt because he made tons of money. But you know what I mean? He lives that Hollywood life. Hollywood love nose candy. Hollywood loves nose candy. Miami loves nose candy. Hollywood loves nose candy. You know what I mean? Vegas, they love nose candy. Some of these big time with a sun out every day, they love nose candy. So, you know, it is what it is. I know the boy getting high. Ain't no way around it. The boy getting high. I've been around people getting high my whole life. The boy getting high.
Truth to the rumors that have been circulating. Justin Bieber, who has been a fixture in the public eye for over a decade, has often faced scrutiny and speculation about various aspects of his life. His rise to fame as a teenager brought with it both immense success and intense
Like
public
this video,
pressure.
I got 5
Throughout
likes
his
with
career,
98 people.
Justin has been open about the struggles he has faced, particularly in his personal life and mental health. Over the years, he has spoken publicly about his battles with substance abuse and the toll that fame has taken on his well-being.
Right.
However, he has also been candid about his journey to recovery, his efforts to lead a healthier lifestyle, and his commitment to maintaining a positive image moving forward. In recent months, Justin's appearance and behavior have become topics of conversation once again, with many fans noticing changes in his physical and emotional state. Some pointed to his facial
And this
expressions.
the problem what happens with white people. When they get high, they want to see physical and emotional state. When you getting high and you rich, it's no physical and emotional state. It's party, party, party. Spend, spend, spend. They act like this is a crisis. The crisis is in the ghetto of America because people are getting high because they've been sexually assaulted. They get high because of stress. They get high because of murders. They get high because of prostitution. It's many reasons. But in Hollywood, silver spoon babies, man, they get high for fun. And when you get high for fun, they don't never leave a party. They be in a party for the rest of their life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's wrong. He need to slow down. But the boy, 30 years old, 31 years old, putting it back, he's rich. What do you do all day? If he's not touring, if he's not writing music, he's not making investment, what do you do? He has a lot of, when you're rich, you have a lot of free time on your hand. He has a lot of free time on his hand. You goddamn right, that boy been putting that coke in him since he's 16, 17. He ain't gonna stop. What are you gonna stop for? He's not struggling, y'all. You know what I mean? You stop when you realize it's taking you down. Come on, bro. Justin Bieber to pull up this $500,000 to get him to come fucking play a guitar. Come on, bro. He's never gonna go, bro. When you see them rock stars go, I mean, you have some, but what up? How many rock stars you seen just went financially broke? Like, keep it real. If he go broke, he'll clean himself up and go on tour and be rich again. Justin Bieber, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. He's be around forever. Shout out to Silent 7, my brother, man. I appreciate you, 7. Always showing big love. First donation in the building for my Muslim brother, man. Assalamu alaikum. That's how we do. Silent 7 on the rise, too. But y'all know earlier in the end of last year, my man Silent 7 can't wait for that next project to drop. I like to see you do something with Conan, 7. You need to get in that studio with Conan. Let's get back to
posture in public appearances, which led to widespread speculation that he might be struggling with drug use. Others speculated that Justin's seemingly quieter demeanor could indicate a deeper issue, given his past struggles. Fans were particularly concerned after a few public appearances where he appeared disoriented or not fully engaged, prompting discussions about the possibility of a relapse into substance abuse. However, the statement from Justin's representative strongly rebuffed these claims. The rep made it clear that the rumors about drug use were unfounded and emphasized that the singer's health was not compromised by such behavior.
Shavit, I want to ask you a question because I know you got to go to work. You're a businessman, but I want you to go back and look at that Los joint, right? And I need that for Raw Dope Podcast. I'm just telling you, I want that from you from Raw Dope Podcast. With different beats. We can't use that certain beats you can't use in Russia because they mess it all up. But listen to me, it won't be no copy, man. I need you to go cut up 3 beats. It's the same way. I mean, put the beat out the same way. You ain't coming here to talk. You ain't coming here to joke. We just want these bars. I want these 20-25 bars, and I'm leaving it up to Silent 7. 20-25 bars, bro. I sneed it all broke, and I sneed them bars, killing them bars from different dynamics. You got to go every way. It'll be enough time for you to go every way on the beat. That's what I want. I want you to go from childhood, Islam, to every beat you want something different. I think you can do it, 7. Talk to me quick. You got my number?
This was not the first time Justin had faced rumors regarding his personal life,
Yeah,
But it
y'all
marked
ain't
a
know
moment where his
the
team
artist King
chose to
Los from
intervene and
Baltimore, and
publicly
he from
address
around
the
our
issue,
way. Know
putting
him
to rest
personally.
any doubts about his well-being. In addition to addressing the drug rumors, the rep also
Know Los
highlighted the
personally.
positive aspects
All
of
y'all
Justin's
fake
life, including his recent growth
Y'all,
as a father. Justin and
he
his
has a
wife,
huge fan
Hailey
base. Man, I'm gonna
Bieber,
show
are
y'all.
parents to their son,
I mean,
Jack,
Los a friend of mine.
and Justin's role as a father has become a significant part of his life.
I talk to him.
His relationship with Hailey, who he married in 2018, has been a topic of admiration for many fans who see the couple as an example of resilience and support in the face of challenges.
I mean, we
Despite
send
the
them old
pressures that
heads
come
from
with
our
fame,
neighborhood. You know what I
Justin
mean?
and Hailey
Rest
have
in peace to
consistently
Brother
shown
John,
their
good
commitment
Muslim.
to each other and their family,
You know what I mean?
which is seen as a major source of strength for the pop star. Justin's fans have long been
Shout out to
supportive
my
of him,
brother for that
often
$20
rallying around him
donation.
during
Let's go,
difficult
$19.99.
times.
I
His
appreciate
struggles
that.
with mental health, substance abuse, and the pressures of fame have made him a relatable figure for many who have gone through similar challenges. Fans have also expressed concern over his well-being on social media, often offering words of encouragement and showing solidarity with the singer. The speculation surrounding his health in recent weeks has prompted an outpouring of support from his fan base, many of whom are relieved by the denial of the drug use rumors. The public fascination with the private lives of celebrities often leads to rumors and misinformation, which can have a damaging impact on both the individuals involved and their reputations. In the case of Justin Bieber, his past experiences.
What you mean? Why you say why you think all the planes are failing? What are we talking about? Planes. Oh, wow, the planes are falling. They old. A lot of those planes are old, been flying for so long, and it's just like technology need to take its toll. And I mean, then you have employees that be lazy. You know, dudes just so used to the plane working, probably not going around and doing the check of the plane. That's what it is. It's an upstairs thing. You know, the pilot jumping on there, everybody going to work, and it's people that supposed to make sure that plane good. There's some lazy people in there. And sometimes a lazy motherfucker could send a plane out the sky. They type of job that you need to come to work fully energized and prepared for your 8 hour shift because it's millions of people lives are on the line because all them planes in the air. That's what I think. I think it's a lazy motherfucker not doing their job. That's what I think. I think that's what it is. These planes malfunctioning because the engineers are not doing their job. That's all. I don't think it's no computer glitches from China. You know, China ain't all out. Like y'all gotta think, bro. When countries get the yacht beefing, they not really yacht beefing with the people. They beefing with the people they can't get their hands on. So I don't think China is just, you know what I mean? In any of these flights, they can have their own people on it. So I don't think they're gonna play with something like that. That's dangerous. And then you take the money away from that. Airplanes make billions of dollars a year. They keep crashing, people not getting on them. You know what I mean? So that don't make sense to just keep fucking with the planes because people not gonna get on them. Point blank period. Ain't nobody gonna get on them. Please hit that like button, that notification button, that subscribe button. Back
Substance abuse and mental health struggles have made him an easy target for such rumors. However, his decision to address these rumors head-on, through his representative, highlights his commitment to setting the record straight and ensuring that false information does not cloud the narrative surrounding his life. Justin's journey towards self-improvement has been well documented, and the singer has been open about his efforts to seek help and find healthier ways of coping with the challenges of fame. His openness about his struggles has allowed fans to see a more vulnerable side of him, which in turn has fostered a sense of empathy and understanding. Despite the challenges he has faced, Justin continues to work on his personal growth and has shown resilience in overcoming obstacles that would have been difficult for anyone to navigate. His focus on family, health, and personal well-being has become a central theme in his life, and he has made it clear that he is committed to leading a positive, fulfilling life moving forward. While rumors will always be a part of celebrity culture, it's important to remember that behind every public figure is a real person who faces challenges and struggles just like anyone else. In Justin Bieber's case, his openness about his past has allowed the public to see both his vulnerabilities and his triumphs. The response to the recent rumors is just another example of how he continues to grow and navigate life with a focus on the things that matter most to him: his family, his health, and his well-being.
Boy, want to get high, man. That be the paparazzis and them people doing all that shit, bro. You know what I mean? That be that, bro. That be people making a big thing out of it. Boy, Justin Bieber want to get high, man. Yeah, what's wrong with it? That boy wants to get high. That's what he do. You know, that's his thing. That boy get high. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people so mad. You know what I'm saying? Boy, get high. You want to do then, you know, and of course, you know what I'm saying? When you off drugs, you want to say it's depressed. What you depressed about? You're rich. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's real people out there really going through depression. What you depressed about because you rich? He ain't spending enough money today. Like, what is really Justin Bieber depressed
Justin
about?
Bieber's rep is breaking.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you really depressed about? Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense, bro. You got everything in the world. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that rich people are always the happier people. What are you really doing? You came in a success story. You've been enjoying your life. You've been doing things that grown people probably would never get to do since a kid. Now you're 31 years old, bro. That stuff take away and tear after a while. Of course, when you abuse drugs and then you don't have them, you go into a state of depression. His guy probably wasn't on deck to give him what he need. You know what I'm saying? Even with us, it's stone. You don't stone and don't smoke with your grass. You know what I mean? You get the feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? These super psychiatrists people and super people, that's why they smart. They go to college for nothing. I tell Justin Bieber straight in his face, boy, you gotta lay off the coke. Lay off the coke and the pills for a little while. You know what I mean? Put your weight back on you. Lay off the coke and the pills for a little while. Go scream in your room for a while. Lay off the coke and the pills. Show him alcohol. That's it. He just needs somebody to tell him that. Lay off that shit, bro. It's just starting to get out in the public. Fall back. You know what I mean? You're getting too high. You know what I mean? You gotta be a real person with people. You get too high, boy. You too rich. You keep getting high like this. You know what I mean? You end up blowing somebody, end up taking downfalls. Give your little body a break. Give your nose a break. You know what I mean? Hey, if it's them, listen, check this out. I don't believe no Diddy was driving down getting his eagle on with Justin Bieber. Like, come on, bro. Justin Bieber, because he's Caucasian, he might be shell shocked from all the coochie he got, bro. That's what he might be shell shocked, puffing them, telling them, boy, go ahead, wear out, boy. Go ahead, Bieber, come on. I don't got this shit fornicating with the boy. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Like, think about it, bro. Man, you got some things you gotta make sense, bro. Like Justin Bieber, man, you know, man, is protected by them people, them Caucasians, man. They not letting no dick. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. He had too much security. His parents ain't going for that. Back when he was younger, Justin Bieber is a little silver spoon kid that made it to making tons of money doing music. He started going to the parties once he got older, been around him when he young. Once he got older, he started smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. Then he started trying that cocaine out, started popping them pills, and now he's 30 years old, and it takes a toll on your body. It's nobody forced Justin that boy to get high. Nothing. You gotta stop doing that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, it ain't okay, and this and that. And he doing all this. Some of them boys doing that to get out the way. Boy, been rich forever, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta make it make sense, y'all. Come on, y'all be smart with me right now. Be smart. Be smart. Just be smart right now, bro. Come on, yo. Think about it. Y'all be real. If he'd have said, oh, Guns N' Roses or Ozzy Osbourne, somebody like that did something, they're not even letting that boy be around certain people. His parents ain't doing that. They don't give a fuck how rich Diddy is. Ain't letting that little Caucasian. Nah, man, come on, y'all gotta stop that. Justin Bieber's doing what he wanted to do. And they was letting him make adult decisions as a kid because he was a big deal, bro. Man, he's saying basically like, all right, I'm gonna put it like this. When I looked at that video, what I got out of this, basically, if you my little man, if you younger than me, I tell you we on the block, we done had fun at Woodland Apartments. I tell you, you better not telling people how we get down. You are underage, and I'm getting you. You know, I'm letting you do what you want to do. But I don't mean that the man is, you know, what I mean, engaging with the man. That means that I'm letting you have your way. I was younger, hanging around older dudes, 14, 15 years old. They got a bunch of freaks. These women, 25, 26 years old, I'm engaging in that. Of course, they don't want me to go back and tell my grandmother or my mother that they had me doing this type shit or had me with them watching this. You know what I'm saying? So when you a younger dude hanging with older dudes, you do your course and like, boy, you don't say nothing. That's all Diddy was saying, man. Diddy wasn't doing nothing with that boy, man. Come on, man. That's all I'm telling y'all. That's all I'm telling y'all. What it is, what's up? I love when people smoke weed 3 times a day and have a 9 to 5 at McDonald's telling others how to live. Well, for one, I don't work at McDonald's. For two, I guarantee you all the titles on my car more than the values of your mother house. So you talking to the wrong one. So go play with somebody else. And you got that right. I smoke and get money and do the same thing. I ain't Justin Bieber. So who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who you talking? Can he get that bitch off my page? Can he? For me. Bitch off the page. The fuck is you talking about? You work at McDonald's. The fuck wrong with you, bro? What it is? what it is. You know what I mean? Like, who you talking to? Yeah, what are you talking to? It is, dog, because you just talking, yo. One of the mods get this corn out my page. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's what happens when you run your mouth. And I ain't trying to be funny. They ain't trying to be funny. But Mexicans work at McDonald's and Popeyes and KFCs. Shit, fuck I look like. Nigga, I ain't never in my life worked in no fast food chain, Jack. You know what I mean? I never did it, bro. I never did it, man. And if I did it, there ain't nothing wrong with it. McDonald's help kids get a hot meal on the table. That's what guess what these weird people, what's wrong with McDonald's? You know what I mean? What's wrong with McDonald's? McDonald's done paid rents. That restaurant didn't help kids get school clothes and food on their table. What's wrong with McDonald's? If you have to have a starting point at McDonald's, what's wrong with that? It's a job. It's a job. I be tripping off the trolls. They be tripping. What's wrong with McDonald's? What's wrong if you gotta go work at McDonald's, Royal Farm, or Burger King to get your money up? We live in a reality world. You live in La La Land. Dudes live in La La Land. What's wrong with that? Somebody please tell me what's wrong with going to a job to start your fucking journey off. What's wrong if you got to go to McDonald's and work there for 6 months until you get a job at Amazon? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? That could stop your kids from being hungry. That could stop an invasion. McDonald's job can stop you from your gas and electric getting cut off. McDonald's job can stop you from your phone getting cut off. McDonald's job can put clothes on your back. McDonald's jobs can help you pay a cheap car note. McDonald's jobs, if you're working up overtime and save up, you can get yourself a vehicle. What the fuck is a nigga talking about? Oh, bro. What is he talking about? Man, what I look like, bro? Get my chat. Look at you. You sound stupid. Let me see all your weed. Let you see all. What type of police shit you on, man? What type? And I'm from what recreation is legal. Around is legal, but why would I get my channel to it? That's illegal on YouTube, idiot. It's illegal. It's illegal to show it. Go to Drink Champs. You see Noise showing weed? No, he shows a package. No, come on. You see Joe Biden's? You see Joe Rogan showing weed? Stupid boy. Come on, bro. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Man, get that coon out of here, man. Please. Next coon. What's coon name? Get him out of there, bro. It's whoever's that talking about show weed on camera. Get him out of there. Like, come on, get him out of there. Impeccable killer official. Just put him on time, Mike. He's making me sick. He's making me sick. Just go ahead, man. Just go ahead, man. Some weirdo. Listen, when you go down, you can go past this live and go to the weirdo joints, man. Get him out of here. Can him official. Tired of looking at his face. Just tired of looking at his face. One of y'all get him away from here, please. He's messing up my train of thought. Let's even keep looking at him on my thing. Let me help y'all. I get him. It's just making me sick. Yeah, there you go, man. Any goofiness is gone. You gone, goofball. Goofballs are gone this morning. Not today. Not at 7:38, goofballs. I ain't got no time to joke with y'all. Y'all weirdos, go ahead. Go do some go mess with that cane with Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Go on that ride with Justin Bieber, boy. You know what I mean? Go up in one of the rooms with Justin Bieber. Son of a. So this is it. I gotta play this. Because everybody want Diddy to what Diddy did to him. God damn it, man. Y'all gonna put crimes on the 60s from Diddy, ain't y'all?
In Miami. So what they're essentially trying to do is say that this violated the Fourth Amendment, the right against unreasonable search and seizure. If they would prevail on something like this, all that evidence would not be admissible. And that includes, depending on your perspective, trivially or not so trivially, getting to baby oil, all the baby oil, the cases and cases of baby oil that the feds say they found. And more importantly, videos which would involve at least, we know that the feds have said they've seen video that involving at least one of the victims. There are 3 alleged victims so far that they've named in the indictment, although they're anonymous at this point. We know that one of them is Cassie. But if that video that they is not admissible, that could change this case immensely. And I would think greatly improve Diddy's chances of winning.
Yeah, look, I mean, the raids were a centerpiece of the evidence that was gathered by the prosecution in putting together their case. So if they win this motion to suppress all that evidence, it really would present a sort of insurmountable hurdle for the prosecutors to bring their case. I think it might be a long shot, though. They're saying that the evidence put forth in these warrant requests presented a grossly distorted picture of reality, and that it didn't present a full picture of what Diddy was doing, whether some of the people who were accusing him maybe had a financial incentive, maybe some of those accusers willingly participated in freak-offs, but I'm not sure you need all of the evidence to convict him to just get a warrant. All you need is probable cause, and I think they probably had enough here.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean you have to show the exoneration part. It just means here is why we're suspicious. So this feels like an uphill climb.
I think you're right. You don't need all the exculpatory evidence. You just need, is there evidence of a crime in there or suspicion to believe as much? And that's what was the basis for the raids.
And at the end of the day, you're still going to have Cassie on the stand. Even if you can't admit that evidence from the raids, you still have Cassie telling her story.
And she's going to be so important here because, look, we know that one of the things that is going to be a centerpiece of Diddy's defense is he's going to say Cassie was a willing participant in numerous freak-offs. So you've got that, but then you got to juxtapose that with the video of Diddy beating Cassie as she was trying to leave one of the freak-offs. So that's going to be tough for them.
Yeah.
I think that it's time for Diddy to get off the mat because he's been on the mat the whole time. So I think this is the best thing he can do is go ahead and swing some punches now. And it's been used before, so I think it'll work for him. Well, at least for right now. We'll see what happens later.
Yeah, this is a skirmish. This is not winning the war. Right. Although, if they were to grant his motion and say the evidence isn't in, it's going to really wound the prosecutor.
The prosecutor's got to go back to the drawing board.
Fuck that. Hit that like button, please. Let me help you out. Oh, shit. Let me like my own shit. Let me like my own shit. Yeah, I already did that. 13 lights. There you go. Let's get
I just don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we're going to move on.
Fans have been very concerned about Justin Bieber after some photos and videos in the last few weeks. And their concern in seeing images like this is thinking that perhaps he is in the middle
boy
of
off that blizzard.
binge. That's what the buzz has been. And
yo, let me show y'all.
Saying this when they see him out.
Hold up. Now y'all tell me.
Thinking that perhaps.
I'm going to put it on pause. Here it is. Let me hold this up, right? I'll be turning this shit on. Look at the boy. That's y'all boy B. Dude, B look like he worried about anything. B ain't worried about nothing. Do y'all see the boy Justin Bieber? He not worried about nothing. Justin Bieber hired some motherfucker the way he look like he worried. He's not worried. Justin Bieber not worried. Justin Bieber not worried about nothing. That boy high is a kite. I'll keep playing, man. That boy love that stuff, man. Y'all gotta, this is what y'all gotta stop doing as the people. Y'all gotta stop acting. He love that stuff, man. He love them pills and that cane, man. He loves it. He look like he mad at boy like this. Anybody been high before off of that them pills and boy like this? He ain't got the cane in him. It ain't late night. Right now he like this. What's up, Brody? Yo, what we going out to eat, homie? Yes. But that's what the look he has. He doesn't have a look of shame. He doesn't have the. There you go. My man Yerb said he let a pink 10. Be real with yourself. Them pink 10. Last time I had a pink 10 years ago, boy, that joint hit your stomach. You got to throw up first. That thing kick in. Man, you be shining with that stuff in you, man. You be shining. I be tripping off of dudes, yo, because people that try drugs before understand. Like, man, you know, you can't get caught up in that whirlwind. Drugs can stop being fun. Justin Bieber just caught up where it ain't fun no more. It's a habit. You know what I'm saying? There's people that do that shit all the time on the weekends, and it's fun to them. But Justin Bieber over the years is a habit. He'll shake it off when it's time. Shake it off. This shake it off. Only person gonna be hurt is this man that comes see him. That's gonna be hurt when he get clean. Everybody else gonna be hurt. That boy spinning that Cheetos with a dude. Justin, he probably saying, listen, give me all the 30s they got. And he probably paying $100 a 30. Yeah, no, they spanking him. Up from the hood, they spanking. Whoever hitting Justin Bieber spanking him. He probably paying $100 a Lolo. Like real shit. Y'all playing.
He
Nothing
is
wrong with that boy.
in the middle of some drug binge. That's what the buzz has been. And a lot of people have been saying this when they see him out at events with Haley at times. Well, Haley and Justin are not immune to this. They have seen a lot of this, and they say that fans have this all wrong.
Yeah, so I actually spoke to the Bieber's rep who told us on record that any narrative about him doing drugs is just absolutely not true. And just that it's ridiculous. And everything. Like, he's had a very transformative year.
I
He
wish
started
I had
off
him.
the year
Yeah.
disassociating himself with people that know.
He changed whoever. Listen, if you become a dude, right, in Hollywood to just get them people what they love, yo, you gonna get yourself a Lamborghini, Ferrari, them particular hustlers that got Justin Bieber in their phone. Golf Brooks, Lizzie Lohan, Britney Spears. When they in your phone, whoa, Lord have mercy. They calling you up. Hey, I need a chicken. I got 75. Just get me a chicken. Yo, bro, you just 50. They going there. You know they the type of celebs when you they pharmaceutical, they treating you to stuff. Hey, that Ferrari, man. Just give me a bottle of pink tints for the Ferrari. Yeah, I don't care. I'll give them. Come on, bro. They don't say it'd be my only play. Niggas say they retiring with him. Yes, God.
Longer served him in his life. You know, we saw him unfollowing a bunch of people that he used to be close with.
Hold up.
If
he can't be your only play because he got friends that want to go to wherever he get his stuff from. They want to be safe. So you're right. He is my only play. Him and all his clientele. His friends.
He's now a father. He has an infant. And then for all the photos of him circulating that were paparazzi photos where he looks gaunt and tired, the answer I got was, yeah, he is. He has a child. And he also has been in a recording studio where sometimes he doesn't get any
got his tongue out his mouth.
So I'm Gina. I'm from Brooklyn. I feel like a lot of people began questioning Justin Bieber when he got connected with the whole Diddy situation. But we have to remember, Justin has always been like a positive light. So the fact that people are making his personality in connection to drugs.
Fuck has Justin Bieber been a positive light? This is a black girl saying it. I gotta look it up. 5 things Justin Bieber did positive. 5 things Justin Bieber did positive in the last 5 years. I just want to know. Justin Bieber managed to stay relevant for so long. Today's the 5th anniversary of Justin Bieber Purpose. I just want to know, bro. You know what I mean? It's just not nothing on deck, right? Justin Bieber, fuck out of here. You know, like, come on, bro. Bieber getting that money, getting high, just like the rest of the celebrities, y'all. Face it. It's mad, bro. It's no different than Future getting right. No different than Lil Baby getting right. No different. They just, Justin Bieber is running with y'all and all that. Boy, that boy doing what he love. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Justin Bieber doing what he love, and let's get right. With you, like I like to smoke, so I can't. So we seen podcaster for him. He was I'm high as a motherfucker, baby. What you talking about? I'm good. My bills paid. My straight family. What you talking about? I'm doing what I want to do. That's what them celebrities need to come out and say. Listen, man, if I want to get high, I'm getting high, man. Don't worry about me. Worry about who getting high in your family. Justin Bieber ain't gonna be in the methadone line. Justin Bieber ain't gonna be fucked up out here stealing and breaking in CVS's. Justin Bieber was just gonna run the dealers up. That's it. Like he been doing. Good looking Justin Bieber. Keep feeding. He feeding always. Ain't me, but hey, somebody eating off you. Somebody eating off you. Then you hang in the black crew, so we know it's a black guy. It's getting you right, or Spanish nigga. Get you, B, my man. Call him B. That's what we call him. They only call him Jess. We call him B. The boy B. B, baby. That's his new name. Justin Bieber name. B, baby. What up, B, baby? What you need? That's it. What up, B, baby? What you need? But Justin Bieber, you should move to Chevy Chase, Maryland. A couple of Raw Dope podcasts, man. I'm gonna hang you out, boy. I take you down Baltimore Street, bro. Take you over to the scores. What they call scores now? Take them over there, man. You know what I mean? God, man, but take them down DC. Man, just move in the DMV, man. I mean, show some of that love. Show some of that love, Justin Bieber in the DMV. Please. That's all I'm asking Bieber to do. Show a little bit of love. Only when you break up. See? They got songs.
Wouldn't it be great if you could
find Slam Selena Gomez? Ain't nothing wrong with Bieber. Ain't nothing wrong with Justin Bieber, man. Bieber getting right.
Want to be the first person they think of when they wake up and never fully letting go of past love. And let's be real. Who does that remind you of? Fans are convinced this is about Justin Bieber. One fan said, there's a certain someone who's on
Yo, the boy high and happy. The boy high and happy. Boy, I ain't gonna even comment on what I just saw. Ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. Ain't nothing to do, boy. The boy be. Then he wearing these big clothes. That's why I think they's bothering him, because he's got the big clothes on. But Justin Bieber just high and living his life, bro. Hey, keeping it a G. It's keeping it a G. Hey, G, you still in? What's up with Sean G? Yo, Sean G was my man at one time. Now this beach thing is gone too far. You know what I mean? Let me get into Diddy new joint. But I'm saying, like, it's Sean G. I fuck with Sean G. But God damn it. That's why y'all see, I'm talking about Justin Bieber. the headline of my joint is B, baby. You know what I mean? My boy B. I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's all this and all that. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I'm like the ghetto TMZ, because I ain't really just always spitting my people out, bro. It's other shit going around in the world that's shaky and bakey, and I'm here to report it on Raw Dope Podcast. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just gonna do what I gotta do, bro. Like, hey. But my man Diddy, yo, Diddy going to war, yo. What y'all think? ASAP Rocky got out. I think Diddy going to war. Diddy going to war. Diddy go to war with the people, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all something about how I feel about Diddy. You can scream.
We have some big updates for you in the racketeering and sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. His attorneys are fighting to get a...
Yeah, that's right. What happened? So, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this Diddy thing. Diddy, it's Diddy. Diddy, my man. I want to fake on me and get mad at Diddy, my guy. Who didn't like Diddy before the allegation? Diddy, the party animal, brother love. He funny as a motherfucker, bro. For real. He funny as a motherfucker. You know, we all got things in our closet. He funny as a motherfucker to me. Because after the shit, me and my guys and the times I've been around ain't that type of dudes that Diddy gonna play with. So he not even worried about it. And I met Diddy over the phone. Los called. Diddy was right there while this was going on. Diddy looked like he was, you know, for my first time meeting Diddy looked like he was a little stressed. Met Diddy and his son through my man Los. I didn't physically meet him, put them niggas on the phone. True story. But I sit back and I listen to all the charges. I've been covering Diddy's story. You know, Diddy's story for a lot of us vloggers and YouTubers, it's been like this. When we first did it, we was under the bus, and then once we dug into it, we got him out the bus. So Diddy joint is like this with YouTube. Diddy's like this with YouTube. Now, after everything come out and saying that, bro, he's okay. You know what I mean? He's okay with me because you're innocent until proven guilty. What he did to Cassie was out of order. Out of order. Out of order. You know what I mean? He face your consequences for that. No man should do that, but it happens. And a lot of you motherfuckers seen it happen before and didn't report it. You seen your uncle slap shit out your mom. You probably even seen your mother get dog walked. Some of y'all even seen your mother beat your father. Some of y'all females that hit men. We not saying it's right, but it happens. But what he did was out of order. He got caught on camera. Now, some of you motherfuckers that been getting in arguments with your girlfriends and your significant lovers and auntie, uncles, and grandma, shit wasn't on camera. Because your grandfather would have been in jail, your grandma would have been in jail, you'd have been in jail. It's on camera. People be looking at you like it's crazy. His situation is on camera. Whatever they want to do about Cassie's situation and what Cassie says because she got beat like that on camera could make the man look ultimately guilty. He admitted to that. It's no fighting that. But all of this other bullshit is really fucking up what Cassie got to say or really fucking it up for real victims. Like I told you, 85% of this Diddy shit, I don't believe it. 15% of it, yeah, Diddy boy, boy, hey, they got you. They got you, homie. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. They got you, boy. But 85% of that shit, I got to agree with you, boy. You ain't do it. And then I don't believe that they went about things the right way. Whatever happened at the top that causes them to want to bother you and do all this to you, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm not there with them. But I'm just saying, all that shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? These 1-800 lawyers getting up there, people getting fake cases. Half of you people that's making cases can't even get next to Puff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. All the baby oil and stuff in the house, I don't know, man. I don't know nothing. That's about the most hilarious thing I could think. And I was just thinking, man, maybe somebody had to deal with it. Maybe had to deal with Johnson & Johnson. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see. You know what I mean? They claim they put it all out there. You know, police play games. But not get a man no bail for that. You know, come on. You know what I'm saying? They saying Cassie is the lead witness with the feds. Don't that makes Cassie, forfeit the lawsuit? This was she got 30 millions to just leave it alone. I don't know. You know what I mean? But May the 5th is coming soon. I don't think Puff and his lawyers are going for the postponement. I think they're gonna execute their speedy trial rights. That might not be good for Puff. That might be good for Puff. You know what I'm saying? That's you hear what I say? That might not be good for Puff. That might be good for Puff. I don't know. But, to go to court in under a year with allegations is serious. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, Diddy's going to get pushed back more into the September, October time. But Diddy and his team is ready to go because Diddy's sitting in jail and he's impatient. And one thing about prison, you have to play it out. When you're sitting in pretrial in the detention centers, you have to play it out. You getting them saying you have to play it out. Sometimes rushing them to trial could be a gift and a curse. You could think they're not ready. That's the whole purpose of speedy trial. Your lawyer convince you that, hey, if we go to speedy trial, the state not going to be ready to present their case. And then you have people that, the grand jury, and they've been investing Puff for a while, and, they may be ready, but they better be getting ready because Diddy been sitting in jail. He's over 50, like 55 years old. He's going to make complaints like that. Look, y'all not trying to give me no bail. Y'all not trying to, do this and that. Let's go. He has to fight. He has to fight to do that. And another attorney dropped out the case, and people say, oh, why attorney drops out the case all the time? Maybe he's not feeling the defense strategy. Maybe Diddy didn't want him. Maybe you don't know, but you know what I'm saying? That's $1 million case. So if attorney walking away from that money, I don't think he walked away for his attorney walked away because he think he guilty or not. Maybe it just wasn't, you know what I mean? Maybe attorney could get more money, than holding this time up with this case. I don't know. And then they said that he was looking into Diddy, was supposed to be looking into ASAP Rocky lawyer, but he said the lawyer says he's too close to Rock Nation to, work the Puff case. But let's get into this. Law and crime, they report this shit. Play a little snippet and never see what they talking about. Let's go. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave.
A huge amount of evidence suppressed, meaning a jury in his upcoming federal trial would never see it. And in their papers, they reveal a lot more details about the prosecution's case and who the government may have been speaking to.
See that? It's another thing.
Defense attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs are fighting back against the federal government and in a major way. Actually, so major that if they are successful, this whole case, this whole criminal prosecution could be upended. And that is crazy to think about considering this trial is right around the corner, May 5th, 2025. But to be more specific, what the defense is asking for right now is to make sure a future jury doesn't see a lot of evidence that it says the government gathered through improper search warrants. And we are hearing all kinds of new bits of information, including who was interviewed, whether they were able to corroborate the claims the government is making. This is a big deal. Now, as you know, Sean Combs, behind bars in New York, facing charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking through force, fraud, or coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution, currently locked up at the Metropolitan Detention Center until his trial in May. And we first learned that Combs was likely under investigation when agents with the Department of Homeland Security raided two of his houses, one in Los Angeles, the other in Miami. This was back in March of 2024. They brought out boxes and boxes of potential evidence. At the time, Combs hadn't been arrested or charged yet, but just a few months before that, in November of 2023, Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, filed an explosive lawsuit claiming Combs abused her mentally, physically, sexually during their tumultuous 10-year relationship. Combs ended up settling that lawsuit just one day after it was filed for an unknown sum of money, but the damage was already done. Ventura's allegations, they were out there in the public. A wave of other civil lawsuits followed, and then in September of 2024, Combs was officially arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel in New York City. His lawyer said he'd come to New York to turn himself in, but the police arrested him a day early. And according to authorities, Combs, reportedly being under investigation for criminal behavior, hadn't stopped him from allegedly having drugs in his hotel. As I said, Combs has been locked up. He's been denied bond ever since. Combs offered up a huge bail package worth millions of dollars, but the government argued there was evidence that Combs was trying to influence, maybe intimidate witnesses, even from behind bars, and having him on house arrest, even with private security, it would be a risk. Hey, so I want to quickly thank Upside for sponsoring this episode of Sup.
What y'all think about that? What y'all think, man? If they suppress this evidence, boy, a lot of that book bullshit get thrown out. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you do before trial, suppress evidence.
Let's talk about what's happening now. His defense team has argued that multiple search warrants used to find potential evidence against him and used to indict him were way too broad, and that some of the information investigators found actually goes against their case. That these search warrants were invalid, okay? And over the weekend, new filings from the defense, they were added to Combs' federal docket. A notice to suppress evidence obtained through search warrants, a memorandum of law to support suppressing certain evidence, and a declaration from one of Combs' attorneys, Tenny Garagos Krishnaswamy, have all been filed, okay? And that's what we're going to dig into now. What are the arguments here? Because this could have major implications. So what the defense is looking for, according to their notice, is, quote, an order suppressing the evidence and all fruits obtained from the following search warrants. Again, meaning it wouldn't come into evidence. The jury wouldn't see it. The prosecution couldn't use this evidence. A, the January 4th, 2024 warrant to search Mr. Combs' iCloud accounts. B, the March 22nd, 2024 warrant to search his Los Angeles residence and to seize evidence obtained therein. C, the March 22nd, 2024 warrant to search his Miami residence and to seize evidence obtained therein. D, the March 25th, 2024 warrant to search his person and to seize and search two of his cellular phones referred to by the government as Combs number 1 and Combs number 2, and to extract information from those phones. E,
hit that notification button, hit that like button, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel. Please like this video. Talking about Diddy now, that his lawyers are suppressing the evidence. His lawyers are suppressing the evidence because they just feel like some of that shit shouldn't make it to court. Me neither. I feel them on that. You know what I'm saying? Some of this shit was crooked, and now they're going to do it. Like I told you, them boy paid them people to fight, and they come to fight. That's what I'm saying. That boy Diddy paid to fight. He paying to fight. Don't ever think a dude with money ain't gonna lay down.
September 16th, 2024 warrant to search his person and to seize and search an additional 2 of his cellular phones referred to by the government as Combs number 3 and Combs number 4, and to extract information from those phones. And F, the September 16th, 2024 warrant to search Combs' room at the Park Hyatt Hotel and to seize evidence obtained therein, or in the alternative, granting a Franks hearing. So that is a lot of search warrants, covering a lot of ground, covering a lot of potential evidence. And if the search warrants were improperly served, or they are considered to be too broad or heavy-handed, or they contain false information or misleading information, the argument would be that anything that came from them would be fruit of the poisonous tree, and the prosecution couldn't use it at trial. If that's the case, what would the government have left to support their case other than maybe just witness testimony? That's a question that the defense would love to hear, right? What's left of the government's case? Now, aside from just an automatic suppression of the evidence, one of the other things that the defense is asking for is at least a Franks hearing. Now, that is a specific type of hearing where a defendant can challenge the validity of search warrants. In fact, as cited in this filing, under Franks v. Delaware, if a statement of probable cause contains material false or misleading statements or omissions, then the warrant is invalid and any evidence obtained pursuant to the warrant must be suppressed. So the defense is saying that the prosecution was disingenuous. And while we do get a few clues as to what evidence or testimony the prosecution might have, fair warning here, a lot of the information in the defense's filing is redacted out. It is completely blacked out. We can't see it. It is unavailable to the public, but we're kind of reading between the lines here. So the notice of motion to suppress reads, the government has a duty of candor when it seeks warrants. The nature of the proceeding mandates secrecy, so the process is not adversarial. Precisely for that reason, investigators have an obligation to present a fair picture of the evidence, including both inculpatory and exculpatory facts. Exculpatory evidence is basically evidence that is favorable to the defense. The government in this case utterly failed to do so. It sought several warrants to search Mr. Combs' residences, his electronic devices, and his person, and it presented a grossly distorted picture of the facts. It included only inculpatory facts, and it excluded critical exculpatory evidence that was indisputably in its possession at the time. The government claimed victims were coerced into sex, but it failed to inform the magistrate that, and then there are lines that are redacted. But it goes on to say, the warrants themselves were also grossly overbroad. On a theory that Mr. Combs' entire life was a criminal enterprise, the government sought virtually all limitless authority to seize any evidence related to that enterprise, all his digital devices, and the information they contained. All information in his iCloud accounts, plus troves of records and items in his houses, almost none of which was contraband. By the way, interesting they say almost none of which was contraband. Does that indicate that there was some stuff found that could be considered to be contraband? They go on to say that perhaps the thing that's most troubling is the government received essentially limitless authority to search Mr. Combs' digital devices, which contained a vast trove of personal information. The Supreme Court and Second Circuit have repeatedly warned that it is essentially important that digital device searches must be limited and particularized. The warrants here were not. The warrants were thus unconstitutional general warrants, and the evidence obtained through those warrants must be suppressed. So from there, the defense then provides a timeline of when the warrants were served. It says on January 4th, 2024, so this is before the raids on Combs' homes, and obviously months and months before he was ultimately arrested, the government requested a warrant to obtain all the information on Sean Combs' iCloud accounts, according to his attorneys. And then the warrants were served on his two homes in March of 2024, followed by an additional search warrant for Combs' person and two of his cell phones. I mentioned before there's a lot of redaction in this filing, so we don't know exactly what the government found or what witnesses told them, but the defense is making two main arguments. One, the government's warrant applications contained intentionally or recklessly deceptive statements and omissions, and the warrants were unconstitutionally broad. Both arguments, the warrants are invalid. So let's begin with the first argument that the warrant applications had deceptive statements or omissions. The filing states, the duty to include critical exculpatory evidence, again, meaning evidence that's favorable to a defendant, tends to show that they didn't commit the crime, includes a duty to reveal information that undermines the credibility of a confidential informant or other witness. When the government relies on witness statements rather than an investigator's own observations, their credibility is plainly relevant, even critical to the probable cause determination. The government made false statements and omitted critical exculpatory evidence in its warrants applications in this case. This omitted evidence. What?
This shit deep. And when I'm getting out this, Diddy lawyers knowing what they get paid for. If they suppress this evidence, what? I pressed it a couple times because I agree that homeboy was saying, why do you exhale raccoon? I'm making jokes. What the I don't know what y'all saying. I'm making jokes. Calm down. It ain't me, Jack. Y'all going to argue in the comments. This shit, man, life on the line. Y'all, I don't know the joke. You know what I mean? But it's funny. You know what I mean? If you want to be funny, it's funny, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. Ain't nothing wrong with joking.
Intentional, or at the very least, reckless. So, for example, the defense indicates that exculpatory evidence that the government had in its possession was proof that sexual activity here was consensual. But again, they argue that this was hidden in the warrant applications. They go on to say, quote, the core allegation in the warrant applications, and indeed the government's entire case, is that Combs forced victim one to participate in FOs. Okay, so victim one has never been officially identified, but based on context clues in various filings so far in this case, we believe victim one is Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura. FO, by the way, stands for freak off or freak offs, which is apparently what Combs called group sex sessions that were sometimes filmed, allegedly involved large amounts of things like baby oil, drugs, according to prosecutors. And in a recent filing, Combs' attorneys seemed to suggest that, yeah, he did hire male escorts to participate in group sex, but that everything was on the up and up, everything was consensual. Although I will say in a superseding indictment, the prosecution amended their claims a little bit, acknowledging that Combs could have committed crimes like sex trafficking in events that were not necessarily considered or fit the definition of freak-offs, but they were more generalized commercial sex acts where something of value was promised or exchanged, or there were commercial sex workers. But going back to the filing, it reads, quote, when it sought the warrants to search Mr. Combs' residences, the government had already obtained one device from victim one that contained, and then there's a huge, large section that's blacked out, but that is so important. So if you take everything as true from this filing, and based on prior history in this case, a fair argument could be that victim one is what started this whole prosecution against Sean Combs. Victim one allegedly turning over.
I already know what's going on in the chat, bro. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? I sell cars. So I'm chatting people, texting people about cars and playing this clip. So, you know what I'm saying? This is educational purposes for anybody to get in any type of criminal activity. So basically, for people that might be a little slow and don't catch it is, the defense saying that the state went in there and got this evidence, and this evidence proved that people wasn't being, inappropriate touch or violated, and they wasn't saying no. They were having a good time and they were entertaining and basically orgies. That's what the state said. They want this evidence to suppress because this proves the man innocence. This proved that everybody was having a good goddamn time. That's to sum up. That's to summarize it all up. If you don't understand, the tapes prove that, man, I wasn't holding nobody gunpoint. The tapes proved that everybody was in here doing what they wanted to do, free and willing. That's what the tapes prove. That's what Diddy been saying from day one. Play the tapes. I ain't tripping off the tapes because the tapes gonna prove I ain't do nothing wrong. I wasn't forcing nobody, holding nobody at gunpoint. You get what I'm saying? And if you pay attention to what he's saying, the man ain't denying that these orgies and sexual acts were being taken place. He's not denying that. He's saying that it was consensual. That's why they want to suppress the evidence. It's nothing in the law book that say you can't have 1 million bottles of baby oil, petroleum jelly, whatever you want. You're allowed to have that in your house. That's not breaking the law. They're trying to use this as evidence that he needs all this to entertain all people. How much cut do you think a dude can take? How much energy you think a dude got? So these tapes, if you've never been to court, you have a motion to suppress evidence hearing. That means that everybody looks at the evidence and the judge can say, hey, this can stay, that can go. That's very important in a trial that you're fighting for your life when you're facing 30, 40 years in prison. And he's saying these tapes can prove my innocence. Might show some people that might be offended by it, but shit, nigga, I'm on trial. You get what I'm saying? I'm on trial for this. You get what I'm saying? That's to summarize it all up for people who've never been in trouble, who've never been through the judicial system and don't understand. That's what they're saying. Motion to suppress evidence. You get charged with anything. You get charged with theft. You can get charged with a sexual crime, murder, robbery, distribution of drugs. If you're going to trial and pick 12 jurors of your peers before your trial, you have a what you call a motion to suppress evidence hearing. And a lot of dudes take that because the state be having a bunch of gibberish and they have to bring out their whole case on the floor, and you got the right to suppress this. And your lawyer got the right to suppress it, and the judge got the right to say, this ain't it.
massive settlement. But that information, according to the defense, wasn't included as part of the search warrant application, which they say hides significant context surrounding her claims. The filing continues. By the time it obtained the warrants to search Mr. Combs' residences, the government had also already obtained redacted. Once again, these redacted contradict the government's claims that the FOs were coerced. One of the claims made about these so-called FOs or freak-offs is that Combs used drugs to keep those involved in the sexual performances compliant. There were even claims that following these intense sex sessions, Combs and others would sometimes require an IV drip to help them recover from exhaustion as well as drugs that they'd taken. But Combs' defense team makes the argument that there was, quote, important evidence that wasn't revealed that shows the context of Combs' relationship with victim one. And, quote, they are the kind of thing that any magistrate judge would wish to know when reviewing a warrant application in a sex trafficking case. Yet the warrant applications contain not even a hint of them. They didn't even inform the magistrate judge that this evidence existed. And then the defense argues that this was, quote, intentionally misleading. So, for example, according to the defense, quote, the government hid evidence that Combs at times discouraged redacted from using so many drugs. So that seems to suggest that Combs had tried to...
Oh, I'm gonna pause this. Man, my man, Silent 7 put $20 on the board. It's 51 people in here. It wouldn't be 51 people in here if they not entertained. This joint done went to 126 for 51 people been in here, man, for over 30 minutes. Listen, I'm about to put the Cash App up there. Donate to my channel. Donate up there. Do whatever you got to do. Just donate to the channel. Like you pay for Netflix, you pay for all that other stuff, and you mean to tell me that you're entertained and you like what you're hearing and you like what you're saying. I should have 50-some likes, but I'm not even thirsty, bro. Subscribe to my channel, and if you want to. And then nobody never, my brother makes sure he donates and keep it real. Candy Cane donates and keep it real. There you go, $1.99. There you go. Oh, man. Safi, it already dropped, and it's good when your brother know my Cash App by heart. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna put it up here for the people. Shout out to Must Be K Film It. Yeah, AK, I appreciate you. I appreciate that, bro. Like I ain't no fake person, bro. I'm just keeping it 100. That's me. I'm typing right now on my joints. You know what I mean? You can just donate, bro. It's just donating to the channel, bro. Like you pay for Netflix. I don't see the problem. I really don't. I don't know why y'all not entertained. Before I get my day started, I'm on YouTube talking to y'all. I ain't even say bye to the kids. Like, come on, y'all. And that's just real tough, bro. Like I'm trying to be something in life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a heartfelt message up here. If you can't donate to the channel and there's still people in here, you know what I mean? Gotta be as polite as possible. Come on, man. Where y'all from? If y'all don't want to donate to the channel, at least tell me who watching. You know what I mean? Have enough love for your city. Have enough love for your state, your set. You know what I mean? Have enough love for that. Have enough love for that and tell me where you from before I get back into the Diddy. Tell me where you from. Connecticut, Middletown, Connecticut. I salute. What's good? There you go. That's how you drop, John. That's how you know that person been in here for a minute supporting what I'm doing because they just dropped their location quick. That's how you know they got the phone in their hand. They really watching, man. You know what I mean? Let's go. Drop their location.
Stop someone, maybe victim one, from using drugs so heavily, but that it was this person's own decision to do so. By the way, even if this motion isn't successful, you are getting a preview of what to expect from Sean Combs' potential defenses at trial, right? We're kind of getting a preview of that. But the filing continues, quote, finally, the warrant applications contain no mention of victim one's financial motive to exaggerate and falsify. As the government knew, and then you have a huge amount of redactions there, and then it ends, thus provided an unusually strong motive to fabricate years after the underlying events. Then you have another redacted line, and the memo continues. Years after her relationship, she changed her story in a way that would cause maximum potential damage to Combs and thus give him maximum incentive to agree to a large payment. This is exactly the sort of evidence that goes directly to the credibility of the witness whose story provided the core of the government's applications. And the defense claims that the prosecution...
I just said that. Now, with Cassie's situation, this is what y'all gonna be like. Now, I can't wait to all the YouTubers be on YouTube talking this shit. Oh, yo, No, I'm telling you, bro. Cassie took that $30 million. You took that $30 million. This man beat on you, raped you, and did all this. I didn't mean to say that. This man beat on you, did all this, and was making you do all this and that. You took $30 million. It was you know what I'm saying? Them lawyers gonna rip her apart. If her baby daddy better tell her, listen, tell them people that you signed the agreement that you can't go and testify. You know what I mean? Milwaukee in the building. What's up? What's up, Milwaukee in the building? The Twin States is that Milwaukee and Minnesota. What they call y'all, the twins or something? But back to what I was saying, Cassie took that money, and that's what's y'all problem. You took that money. So if I'm a defense attorney, I'm going in there dogging her. She took that money. Yeah, I am. Actually, I started the diet. See, I don't get offended by that. You know what I mean? I am passionate about it. That's why I'm on top of it. I changed my eating ways. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm fasting during Ramadan. You know what I mean? You could have let that stayed up there. That wasn't no offense. That wasn't no offensive to me. I need to be passionate about exercise, and I'm not mad about that. You know what I mean? He could have stayed up there. That stuff don't worry about. One thing about me, I'm really built for it tough. Like, this is the internet. This is podcasting and vlogging. Ain't nobody don't really know me, and if you know me, you know. But if you say something that makes sense, you can even try to be slick or funny. It makes sense. I need to lose weight. I ain't tripping off of that. Yeah, she got paid by the Diddy, all that. Yeah, so Cassie's whole I'm glad Antonio Holmes got me back on topic. I like you, bro. You get what I'm saying? Her whole case gonna blow up, bro, because I will tear her apart. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people, be careful when you call the police and go to court, because at the end of the day, somebody with some money is gonna get them people that can fight. You know what I mean? No, you good. I like the way you handle that, Candy Can. That's what you on the Mod Squad for. You ain't like the comment, you got rid of it. I respect that. You know what I mean? That's why I don't make nobody moderators. You get what I'm saying? For no reason. If the Mod Squad feel like that was a problem, then you gotta go. You get what I'm saying? So don't ever feel that. I'm just saying some of them joints I don't be tripping off of, but thank you for having my back. So like I was saying, if I was a defense attorney, I'm gonna rip her apart. I'm gonna rip Cassie apart. This was about money for you. This what I'm telling you what his lawyer's gonna say. Before it even happened, you gonna think that I know them people. It's about money for you. You ain't never report nothing to the police. And then the complaints you did, you never went forward. You claim that you're a woman with beautiful children. Congratulations on a pregnancy. I'm just acting like a lawyer. Congratulations on a pregnancy, Miss Cassie. You know what I mean? I pray that you have a beautiful birth. And everything's successful and go well. But in the already of last year, you caught this man up and you told him that you was going to tell everything. We don't know what that is. He agreed to give you $30 million and you signed a consent that you would not speak about nothing. And you here in the federal courtroom, pregnant with twins, talking about what happened to you. Well, let's talk about this in the reports of when Miss Kim Porter was alive. You know what I mean? Puffy was having you in his arm. You disrespect her numerous of times. This is people, the defense are probably going to bring people out here that can testify to that. When you was living the life, riding in the Benzes, drinking Ciroc, having a good time. The man just said it got tapes for witness number one, which is Cassie. Everybody know that the man told, hey, Cassie, slow down on that. Stop drinking and smoking so much. And she wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? So now you in court with a grandma dress on, like you 65 years old, acting like a victim in this. What happens because the prosecution going to bring all of this evidence to the forefront that they got in the defense coming back? Well, we have a female here that said that, she engaged with you in sexual activities and said it was consensual. They're going to bring out smoking guns. And like I said, those tapes, if you Puffy and like we were saying at the beginning, prove a lot of people was involved. That's why they're holding the tapes back, because they don't want to do this. But then it proves my innocence. So which one of y'all going to do? This Puffy thing is weird, bro. It's weird, bro. Everything that they got that man on ain't real, bro. And the feds usually don't come if it ain't a big thing. This one, I think they kind of like gonna fumble the ball and they're gonna have to work it out. You get what I'm saying? What that means is a plea agreement gonna have to be struck for what makes sense, and what don't make sense gotta be gone. Same thing with them silver lawsuits. What makes sense makes sense. What don't make sense don't make sense. Cassie got hers. All these other people playing games, man. That man ain't becoming no billionaire plus for nothing. That man ain't come no billionaire plus because he just stumbled over and he was twerking through the industry. Man, his brains and common sense and his knowledge of business got him to the top. What he choose after he punches the clock and go out the office and jump on his private jet is his personal life. I believe this man is being charged for his personal life. That's what Diddy is being charged and held accountable for, his personal life, bro. And a lot of men and women have a personal life that they don't choose and don't care to discuss with the public. And to be took into court and have this played in court is humiliating. It's humiliating. We don't know how this is going to turn out. It's just like some people don't want your jury saying you been put in the buck with a sausage in your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, some people want to be embarrassed like this. So at the end of the day, his defense saying, come on, bring the tapes. It's tough. Bring the tapes. It's going to show a lot. It's going to show what y'all don't want it to show. Then, like I said, it's not no law to have a bunch of soap powder, waters, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I don't see no law against a man having, some of the stuff they doing. Some of the shit shouldn't even be admissible in court. You get what I'm saying? And that shit's just stupid.
Pertain to other government witnesses as well, which, by the way, is huge because we are literally in the dark for the most part about who authorities spoke to as part of this criminal case or who may be called as a witness at trial. So much is redacted or filed under seal, but here the defense claims that the government has refused to provide them with the names of people who are anonymous in the warrants, but we are getting a lot more information because according to the filing, the government relied on information from Sex Worker 1, but Sex Worker 1 has also given the government exculpatory information, none of which was included in the warrant applications. And then there's a mention of Assistant 1. So Assistant 1's claims are also called into question by the
Patriot Urgent Care is here for you from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. So whether it's a nasty cold that won't go away, a painful sore throat, or an unexpected injury, with 9 locations across Maryland, there's a Patriot Urgent Care.
Can you see? Can you see what's in my hand? Hit that notification button, hit that like button, drop a like, leave a comment. Shout out to Dayton Street 85 for the $10 donation. Shout out to Candy Cane for the $3 donation. Shout out to who was that to send me that other donation? I had to get my donation people in the building. They counted me. K, shout out to K. Must be K filmed it. Shout out to him and shout out to Silent 7, man, for turning me up this morning. You know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person gonna get on here and say I'm ungrateful. Somebody sent a quarter. I'm happy. Thank you. You know, it's something. It's, you know what I mean? It's something to appreciate. You know what I mean? You got to pay your dues, man. You got to get 1% of what you make.
Some of this person's statements out of context to use in their warrant applications. And then there is some bombshell news about someone referred to as Producer 1. Now, we believe, we can't confirm it, but we believe there is an argument that Producer 1 is Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
By the way, listen, y'all. I am coming out with my own leaves. Please support my lease. It will be sent to you. I know if you're a person that likes to, exercise your rights in your state for recreational use of cannabis, and or some people out here have to get medicated with the plant. The plant serves in different purposes in different beautiful walks of life. Most vegans, pescatarians, vegetarians, you know what I mean? They engage in cannabis freely. It grows from the earth. They have different ways that they, explore the experience with the plant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming out with my own. You know what I mean? Gary, would you say how you like me, GG, man? You know what I mean? You say how you like me, GG, man. What's up? What that mean, guy? Or how you like the GG, man? But I'm gonna sell my raps, right? And when I come out with my joints, and when I come out with my leaves, we like the leaves to be kind of like moist, but kind of like dry a little bit. So like I'm gonna be testing. I'm gonna be in factories with my leaves. I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be the first person to make real, organic, safe blunts. You know what I mean? Leaves. You know what I'm gonna say? Leaf. And I'm really gonna do it, bro. Really gonna get with these vendors, and I'm really gonna go study my leaves. I'm really gonna order a certain amount. I really want the type of, packaging. You know, the packaging that it come in. Now I will do like some type of packaging like this. You know what I mean? But I really want it to be like a certain type of way, like it can hold this amount of heat. You know what I mean? It'll make sure it don't be too moist. It'll make sure it don't be too dry. You know what I mean? It'll just be just right, bro. That one I ain't gonna lie. It's not like having a leaf that's just right. I'm just got it on my space heater. I'm just warming it around so it don't get too crispy. But sometimes, you know what I mean, I just like my leaves to dry out. Now this dude, Lil Rob, man. Lil Rob out of order, man. I ain't gonna lie, Rob's out of order.
Music producer who filed a lawsuit against Sean Combs in early 2024. He claimed that not only was he not paid for the work that he did on the Love album, but that Combs used his influence to intimidate him into doing things like hiring sex workers. And Jones also alleges in his lawsuit that he was present for multiple episodes of abuse and violence that Combs allegedly inflicted on others. He even claims that Combs forced himself on him, groping him, insisting that Jones be present when he was naked or
people always comment on my dreads. Real heads know what it is. Some people just ask, and I just have to break it down. If you go to my Instagram page, right, FATTSOH, and you go and you see when I ever first grew my locks, this is my second set of locks. When I first grew my locks, it was real pretty, right? Real keep them twisted every other week. You know what I mean? I was out of order when I stayed in that chair. But then when I grew these set of locks, it was a different feeling with these locks. I ain't want to do nothing. I don't do nothing. The sun and the water. You know what I mean? I wash them every single day and just let them drip dry and go with the sun. Like my man. You know what I'm saying? Junior, my man, gone. You know what I mean? The natural dreads, man. You know what I'm saying? Just the style of the dreads. I got more into where the dreadlock culture came from. So that lineup is more Americanized and more pretty for me. You know what I mean? But for anybody that do it, I don't like it. But if I would have got a kid getting a lineup, you see dudes with dreadlocks, they keep getting the lineup, their hair go back. Whenever I cut my locks off, explain something. Whenever I cut my locks off, I'm able to go to the barber and they're gonna be able to line me up the right way if I choose to get my hair cut, because I ain't got people digging in my hair for years and years and years. That's why a lot of dudes dreads sit back here. Only time they come out is when they put them down here. They sit back there. They got a whole head. They got a whole haircut under their dreads. You look at my dreads all around, bro. All hair grown in them, Jack. All of it. So when you do line me up, you gonna be able to line me up. You gonna be able to line me up, and my hairline ain't gonna be back. It's gonna sit on my head and ain't gonna be back here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my receiving hairline dudes, but that's where it come from. Keep getting shape ups and the barbers pushing your hair back. That's what happens. But I grow my dreads just naturally, man, off the water and sun, bro. And I don't be sick like that. And then I'm just knowledgeable, man. It just brings strength in the locks, bro. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with getting maintenance. I do. When my ladies start, get into it, I would like her to do a straight detox on my locks. I would like to have them oiled and stuff like that. But the sun and water, my locks ain't breaking off. See that? My locks, it's all natural. My hair not breaking off. You see dudes' locks breaking off. Mine's is thick. I got a good grain of hair, but mine's is thick. They all there. You know what I mean? When you keep letting them twist and twist and twist, the roots get thin. See what I mean? You see the root of my hair? The root of my hair not thin. You see that? The root of my hair not thin. Every lock, it's not thin. They're not thinning out. The lock's not thinning out. See that? The dreadlocks are not thinning out by no means. See that one lock right there? That's a strong lock. That's a strong lock. See that? It's a strong lock. And they ain't locked together. You know what I'm saying? They ain't all pulled together. You know what I mean? Get in the shower, pull them out. You know what I mean? They all apart. You get what I'm saying? This is natural. Natural hair. I got the healthy hair. It's just natural. You be surprised. I'm the original man. You get what I'm saying? You be surprised, bro. The originality. And they grow cool, bro. They go cool. My hair is like a brown color. So they grow cool. And this is what I like. I like the bush look with it. You know what I'm saying? I like that look. That's when you draw these joints. I like that look, bro. This is my style. Ain't nothing else. I ain't bothering nobody. Ain't bothering nobody. You know what I mean? I ain't bothering nobody. Yeah, enough advertising. Yeah, so that's just it. Go ahead, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got people out here to drain these locks. I see people get the fake locks and they want it. They want the hair growing on the side of them. They want my old style. Yo, you know what I mean? Pull up on me, smell my locks. Smell real good. Smell real good and strong. You know what I mean? Like my man. Don't forget my man back then. You know what I mean? I got one picture of everybody. I got two of my man Junior Gunn. Excuse me, Bob Marley. The great Bob Marley. Pardon me, y'all. The late Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not a super reggae fan, and I'm just a fan of the dreadlocks. It's my second set. I'm a fan of dreads. You know what I mean? And it's just a different style. I can still get my joint style, two cornrows in the back like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, my man, Bieber always knowing that. Yeah, tell him. Then I had the wrong cornrows. I used to have my plaits like this too. I used to keep my cornrows in forever too. I had real long hair before I even grew the dreads. I was growing my hair for like 2 years and getting cornrows. My girl will tell you that. My girl niece. I told my girl I get a fresh set of cornrows in, man, and get them spanked probably like every 3 weeks. Shit, sometimes every other month. I just keep my shit in. I never really care about that. And I wouldn't get it lined up either till after I took them out. I never let them clippers dig in my head. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. Yeah, that's the greatest. And I like Bob Marley not because of the music, you know what I mean, just because who he was, bro. Like Bob Marley was a stoner. Was cool. He was laid back, man. He was an earthly person, bro. He enjoyed good grass. He enjoyed music, and that's what I like. I like good music, good company, good people, man. And he fought for what he believed in. He stood up for things. And back then, when he was living, Jamaica was rough. You know, there was a lot of dirty politics going on out there. So Marley was, you know what I'm saying? He was for the people. He was for the part he was from. And you know what I mean? He's successful. You know what I mean? He was successful. You know, he went through a lot. I wish he would have lived to see, you know, his success and how big he really came and how, you know, dudes like me, you know what I mean, that just love his style. You know what I mean? Just love his style, bro. I don't know about no drugs, you know what I mean? They were saying Bob was fucking around. I just only knew. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't like to remember people for the bad shit. Like, I just thought Bob Marley smoked weed, bro. I ain't known he was doing anything else. Smoke weed and, you know, sip, you know, cool drinks. He's from the islands. I don't even think back then the drugs was a real big thing in Jamaica. Jamaica always been known for good weed and liquor and partying and good food. I'm so jealous. I just cut my locks. Yeah, let's go. Let's get back into this.
But the motion to suppress states,
like this video,
some of the
y'all.
most
Give me the
salacious
30
allegations
likes.
recounted
My
in the
channel.
warrant application
On my way
came
to
from
5K.
producer one, who the government now
5K.
says it will not even call to testify at trial.
Hey, listen.
The investigator.
When I do 5K, my girl's gonna be mad. Y'all gonna see her stomping down the steps and all that. When I hit my first 5,000, I'm gonna do a 24-hour YouTube stream. 24 hours. I'm gonna put a blow up bed down here. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do 24 hours. When I hit 5,000 subs, 24 hours. 24-hour YouTube stream. Promise you.
Indicated he had interviewed Producer One, and Producer One had relayed stories about his time working for Combs. Now, the exact details of what Producer One told this investigator is redacted, but the defense goes on to say these accusations were never credible. They were uncorroborated, redacted, and the government had boatloads of contrary evidence, including redacted. The government eventually dropped these allegations in later warrants, but their lack of credibility was manifest from the outset. And the defense claims that Producer One had financial incentive to lie or embellish, which could be evidenced by Jones' lawsuit if he is indeed Producer One. And according to the defense, the prosecution revealed it doesn't even plan to have this person take the stand anymore. According to the filing, the government has advised us it will not call producer one as a witness at Combs' trial. Presumably, that is because his stories are fantastic.
Yeah, you're right, because that's how I feel. What's rich to me? What's rich to me? Money is the thing. And I know, but like my girl, she really trips off me. She like, oh, money a world. And I be telling her, nah, it's not. It's not. Unfortunately, we live in a world that you have to have financial stability to maintain your sanity. It doesn't mean that it's my world. It means that everything in the world revolves around it. Once everything is taken care of, which is the main things in life, food, shelter, transportation, and a steady income is in place, it'll stack itself up, and then you're allowed to be in your element. Meaning that I love hip hop music, I love reggae music, I love gospel music, even though I'm Muslim. There's nothing wrong. I love jazz. I love music. So if I'm in my element and I got my grass and my family and friends are taken care of, I don't have to worry about. I'm not running around behind the biggest house to show off. I'm not running around in designer stores every day. I'll still get something from Marshalls. You know what I mean? But you might catch a guy like me. You know what I mean? If I can do it, hey, if these people gotta live under the tent, let me donate 500 tents and heaters. And, I want to build a building where they can shelter in. But some people just want the outdoors. That's why you see people living off grid. I'm the type of guy to say, hey, do you want to be in the inner city? I'm talking about for the people that's less fortunate. Do you want to be in the inner city or do you want to live off grid? I want to buy 500 acres and build the off grid community outside of my acres and what I got going on. 500 acres is a lot on mountains and rivers. So, you want to live off grid. Why don't you keep it clean and respect the environment? You know what I'm saying? My paper come and my opportunity come is going to be different from a lot of these people opportunity. I'm much older getting the opportunity, and I'm just saying service to humanity is the best work of life. I'm not about to be no super saiyan, but I would love to lend a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, and happiness is the way of life. Money is just one thing that you just can't go without. You just can't go without. Just like being in the streets without a weapon. You know what I mean? Some people survive without one. Some people need one. So, far as the money go, it's not a person world. You're not, you know what I mean? Especially when you come from the bottom, bro. You know what I mean? I grew up in a house where as though we had a bathtub and not a shower. All through high school, elementary school. Like I went to, friends and other family houses maybe had showers. Once in my grandma's house, it's had a bathtub. And the house had 1.5 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathroom, bathtub. You know what I mean? So you had to fill that tub up, you know? And I was thinking about that just the other day. I'm like, that's a small things like that growing up. I never thought about it to the other day, but I never thought about it because it was still the way you bathe. Got run the full of tub up, take the tub, you know what I mean? Wash the tub out when you get out of it. You get what I'm saying? That was the rules, you know? So what made me just really fuck with Bob Marley, he had the money, he had the fame. You know what I mean? He took care of what he needed to take care of. But look at his videos when he was at peace. People playing the music, chilling, smoking, eating with his family. The things that money can't buy. You know what I mean? That's the things that when I'm financially straight that I'm chasing, I'm financially straight all day. Now you need the things that money don't buy. And that's love, peace, and happiness. You know what I'm saying? And another reason why I grow my dreads and I call my platform Raw Dope Podcast because sometimes, bro, when you look a certain type of way and then you have a certain type of product, people judge you. And when people judge you, it opens up the floor for them to get to really know you. You remember Charleston White dissed Kevin Gates. And Kevin Gates, instead of replying to Charleston White, he told him, brother, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Now let me explain to you why I'm this way. And Charleston White admitted himself he couldn't say nothing. That's a man that has love, peace, and happiness and found himself. He could put money on his head. He could have went in a word war, but I found peace. A lot of people stream out they found peace. I heard all the time, I'm peaceful, I'm peaceful. How you so peaceful when you full of rage? How you so peaceful and you never take time out your day to be peaceful? You know what I'm saying? If you ripping and running all day, how you peaceful? If you always on your phone, how you peaceful? You always on the computer, how you peaceful? You get what I'm saying? When do you ever have a silent treatment in your life? I'm a person, my girlfriend will tell you, mother tell you, I'm a person, I can be around 1,000 people. And I find peace because I'm just ducked off in the chair by myself. There's nothing wrong with me at all. Just peaceful, appreciating life and loving life and just happy that I'm enjoying this moment and that I'm allowed for this moment. You know what I mean? I get, you know what I'm saying? And that's just peaceful. Like, it ain't about nothing else. And the girl and the kids went out the other day. I came up, I smoked a blunt, went in the living room, was watching on TV, and then when the show went off, the TV cut off. I was just at peace. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nothing. I was just at peace. And sometimes people can confuse a peaceful person as a person that's being bothered or troubled. Nah, man, I'm at peace. And I'm stressed about a lot of things, but sometimes just peace is just everything to you. That's why I like to take long car rides. Me and my lady, we take long car rides. It's a peaceful thing. Where I'm from Baltimore and I live outside of Baltimore, but man, like when I'm outside of Baltimore, I get a release. You know what I mean? So that's it. You know what I mean? I'm just at peace. And I don't judge nobody. I don't really care. And people that be peaceful mentally, like I don't really care about a lot of shit. I remember, like I get a lot of phone calls. I give a lot of advice through the course of a week. But I be telling my girl, like, you be looking too deep in that shit. Like, it's not to be rude or not to put out my game, but half of the shit people hit me with don't be important. But at the end of the day, who am I to tell them, you know what I mean? Who am I? Who am I to you know, fuck around? But you know, that's where I'm at, bro. That's when I caught the locks, man. It was all about age, and I said, man, I want my shit to be different. You know what I mean? I just want this whole style is different, bro. You know what I mean? As you get older and you experience things in life, you just be different. And it's like different. You know what I mean? I remember my girl took me to a park, you know what I'm saying? Outskirts of Maryland, bro. I couldn't believe it. I walked around the whole park, like, and it was peaceful until it started getting dark in the wilderness. I can't handle it. I'm from the city. Always grew up. Our houses always been 3 houses from the corner. So it's like, man, it was lit, always lit. Let's get back into this Diddy shit. I'm just telling you to get to know me, man. That's why I got my platform and my locks. So when them business people come to me and ask me why my platform's called Raw Dope, why do I got dreadlocks, and why do I this and why do I that, I know how to handle myself because I know me. You want to be somebody important, be yourself. I know me. You get what I'm saying? I know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with myself. You get what I'm saying? And that's real important, regardless of my wins, losses, ups and downs. Bro, I'm me. You know what I mean? God give you another day on this earth, you can make it happen, bro. You know what I mean? Us just don't complain. We figure it out. No matter how long it takes you to figure out, just figure it out.
And he lacks any credibility, but his lack of credibility was equally apparent in March 2024, meaning when the raids happened on Combs' properties. Now, Jones filed, by the way, his original complaint in February of 2024 and amended it the next month, so that time frame is very interesting considering what's being talked about here. But the defense claims the investigator simply relayed producer one's claims without qualification as if he were a credible witness. Now, Combs' attorneys, they also talk about in this filing about victims 2, 3, and 4. Now, I believe this is the first time we have heard about a fourth victim officially, by the way, because in the superseding indictment, there were victims 1, 2, and 3. So I think this is kind of interesting. I mean, all they mention about victim 4 here in this filing is because so much is redacted. They say the warrant applications included allegations that victim 4 and the government made no effort to corroborate victim 4's claims. And the defense says if the government had then, it would have.
When you car more, you do quick quality oil.
So let me get off of this. You know what I mean? So the egg in a nutshell is that, Diddy, like I told you earlier, Diddy lawyers is suppressing a lot of evidence, and the evidence that they suppressing can prove his innocence. So, you know what I mean? I just, hey, if you gotta go to trial, man, I just pray the truth come out in the trial. Now, this ICE thing it's a movie out, right? I don't know if y'all remember that. It came out not too long ago. I didn't see it. But the caption of the movie, the trailer was like, what type of American are you? They had a war with inside America. Don't let that go over your head. It's a movie that it was a war inside America because people said that I'm weird. That's why I want acres and shit. People always be like, "Oh, ham," like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the new ham is like people be like, "Oh," I be like, bro, listen, bro. Like some of the movies that intrigue me is The Matrix, goddamn Men in Black, what's my movie? Enemy of the States. You know what I'm saying? Born. You know what I'm saying? Jason Bourne. You know what I mean? They some of the movies that I tell you, bro. It's a real big message in these movies. Y'all be playing. Y'all be playing. And of course, I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. I know they're like, yo, you don't have no Simpson posters, but I'm like, bro, they just don't even, you just can't find the Simpsons posters. And the Simpson poster I want is like when I was a kid, when The Simpsons kind of like first came out. What year did The Simpsons first came out? The Simpsons is the longest running show ever outside of Wheel of Fortune. Hold up. What year was The Simpsons created? Remember that creator cartoonist Matt Groening, The Simpsons began in 1987 as a cartoon short on the Tracy Ullman show, a variety of programs broadcast. I remember that. 89, bro. That's like the super picture that I want. Like, I want this artwork done. I don't want that new Simpsons shit. Like, this the real Simpsons. That's the real Simpsons. You know what I mean? All that new Simpson up to date shit. That's like the photo I want of the Simpsons. Classical Simpson shit. You feel me? Classical Simpson. You know what I mean? Big fan of that shit. That Simpsons is the shit. You know what I mean? But activists disrupt ICE raids in LA County. Wow. So these ICEs are going in there. Like I said, like cannabis, it's legal on a state level. You know what I mean? Anytime the feds want to come in and take your dispensary or take your weed farm, they can do that because cannabis is legal state-wise, not federalized. That's why a lot of dispensary owners, can't put their money in federal banks and federal reserves. That's why new banks are opening up, new banking systems. It's weird. That's why security and safe people that make safes are at an all-time high because dispensary owners just can't put their money in banks like they should. And they get taxed on it. You know what I mean? I don't know what legislation that's working for them, but I heard something was in the making for that. I don't know. But let's tap into LA. Activists disrupt ICE raids in LA. Let's get to it. Steamy. Let's get to it. Hit that notification button, man. 30 likes, man. 30 likes. Come on, man. Bump it up, baby. We earned money today. And we got likes. Come on, man. 30. Push me in the algorithm, yo. Come on, push me in the algorithm. Subscribe to my channel, please. Subscribe to my channel.
Learned tonight across Los Angeles about threats of massive ICE raids targeting undocumented immigrants that could begin at any moment. The aggressive sweep was supposed to take place by the end of the month, but ICE isn't commenting on the status of the raids.
Meantime, community leaders and advocates are reaching out to immigrants to make sure they know their rights. KTLA's Carlos Acero is live in Panorama City with the latest. Carlos?
Mike and Sher, we've seen more and more of these community organizations band together amid a crackdown on illegal immigration. Now they fear these large-scale raids, mass deportations, similar to what we've seen in other parts of the country. Tonight, they're reminding undocumented immigrants that they have rights.
Okay, to defend those rights.
Immigrant rights activists have been hitting the streets, engaging with people like at this Van Nuys strip mall, informing them of their rights if approached by ICE agents.
So we're trying to tell people, we both have both English and Spanish, to organize in their communities to kick out ICE.
And that's what one of these community groups says it did on Sunday, interfering with two ICE activities.
Yesterday, we had more than 150 members of our coalition combing through the streets of Los Angeles looking for any ICE activity. Our members alerted the community using megaphones and they, also denounced ICE for being there and asked them to leave.
This Alhambra parking lot is where activists believe they saw ICE agents staging early in the morning, saying they deterred any enforcement action by using megaphones.
We know that there's critics who will not be happy with what we're doing, but we say, you know what, our task is to defend families and not let people become separated.
The enhanced community patrols come as the Trump administration ramps up its crackdown on illegal immigration. Over the weekend, President Trump touted his hardline stance at the Conservative Political Action Conference.
Over the past few weeks, we've begun the largest deportation operation in American history.
An ICE spokesperson told KTLA, quote, "Due to our operational tempo and the increased interest in our agency, we're not able to research and respond to rumors or specifics of routine daily operations." Now, they did point to their social media showing the recent arrest of an undocumented gang member from Guatemala. They say it has a conviction of assault with a deadly weapon. White House officials say they're only targeting those with violent criminal records.
Although that's the narrative, people are getting caught in the crossfire. People who are not criminals.
And organizers say they will continue to patrol the streets of Los Angeles, especially here in the Valley, to encourage those who are undocumented to know their rights. We're live tonight in Panorama City.
That's what I want to understand, right? I've been here all my life, and my family been all their life. What rights do you have as an undocumented immigrant? No shade, no tea. You get what I'm saying? I ain't into that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking them. It's good, people that's here from other countries that's doing the right thing, working hard, doing what they got to do. I thought that they were attacking convicted felons. I thought that was their whole egg in a nutshell. I thought they was on the convicted felon tip. You get what I'm saying? I ain't think nothing else. I thought they was on the convicted felon tip. So with that being said, in my common understanding for that, that's just what I thought. Now, if they're going around and bothering people that shouldn't be bothered, that's wrong. But what rights do you have? That's just like the police pulling you up, right? And they don't have no real reason to pull you up. But they run your name and find out that you have a warrant for your arrest. Like, bruh, they didn't do nothing wrong. They pulled you up and they ran your name. But when they ran your name, you had an arrest. Or you had a warrant for your arrest. They doing their job. If they pull you up with ICE and they find out you here illegally, they have the right to detain you. If they pull you up and you here legally, they don't have the right to detain you. You get what I'm saying? That's just what I'm being honest and open about, because I'm confused. I'm like, yo, y'all getting in the way of them people work, and then that's going to be ugly. Because like I'm saying, what rights do a undocumented illegal immigrant has when it's plenty of people here that's documented and went about things the wrong way? You painting the wrong thing. We get charged with crimes and can't vote and can't do certain things. Things happen. We have to go by protocol for years and years and years. They have to wait 7 years so you don't have no record to get certain things expunged. What rights do you have as a illegal undocumented immigrant? I want to know. Somebody put in the comment box. I just want to know. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I do believe that ICE shouldn't be, if you don't have no problems or nothing, they shouldn't be hitting your house. If nobody's in there they looking for. But if they do run across people that's here illegally, what are they doing wrong? You get what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest and open about that. And what I'm saying, I love my Hispanic people. Don't have no problem with them. I'm not a person that's racist, biased, or ignorant. You know what I'm saying? But it is a way that you have to do things. For a long time, I did things the wrong way, and I paid the consequences of doing things the wrong way. If you do things the right way, you don't have to worry about this. That's just the laws of land. My grandmother told me that. Grandfather, everybody told me, man, it takes twice as long to do things the wrong way. So if you've been here all these years, you should have got things done the right way. And the Biden administration, Obama administration, they were allowing that. So if you didn't do things the right way, then come on, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's it. So these in the Robert Brooks situation, everybody know I've been covering the Robert Brooks situation since it happened. Again, rest in peace to Robert Brooks, and rest in peace to all those prisoners that lost their hands and lost their life in the hands of the correctional officers or the medical staff that was just done wrong. You know what I mean? And then free everybody that's falsely accused, man. Let them boys off a lockup that been on there too long, man. Please, and hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Since this Robert Brooks situation, the New York correctional officers been on strike. This is just an update of what they got going on.
Officially entered the second week of the prison guard strike, stretching across dozens of New York State facilities.
12 of
and
them,
as of
42.
tonight, there does not appear to be an end in sight.
At day 8 now of these unsanctioned picket lines, they saw the first mediation meeting between the state and union. Plus, for the first time, we are hearing from voices who spent time inside these prisons as inmates. And to catch you up on these strikes so far, guards first walking off the job. That was last Monday, protesting unsafe working conditions. Their list of demands, they say, would get them back to work. Those include a repeal of the HALT Act, which currently limits the use of solitary confinement. They also want no retaliation for striking employees and the resignation of the Corrections Department commissioner.
But today, a possible step toward ending the strikes. The state and the CO union held their first meeting with a mediator based out of New York City. There are 3 days of mediation set as of now, but the firm leading this process says more days can be scheduled as needed. But tonight, we're amplifying voices you may not have heard from during these strikes.
7 News, a voice for everyone. So tonight, senior reporter Eileen Buckley sharing the voices of 2 former inmates with different views on what it was like behind bars.
It wasn't a fun ride.
It was, my man said it wasn't a fun ride at all. It wasn't a fun ride. It wasn't a fun ride at all. It wasn't a fun ride at all. That's what that boy said. He said it wasn't a fun ride at all. Darn right, it wasn't no fun ride with them correctional officers doing up there in New York. Let me get back to that, y'all. I made a mistake and cut my joint off. You know what I mean? And when he got damn right, it wasn't no fun ride. I think the attorney quit maybe because it wasn't from a trial. The attorney didn't make it clear. But like I said, it could be various reasons. But Diddy want to go to trial. Diddy want to go to trial. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Diddy wants to go to trial. Diddy want to go to trial. So if you ain't ready to rumble, that's $1 million case. So attorney walk away from millions of dollars. Hey, you know what I mean? But hey, I give it to you, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know why he walked off, but that's a difficult case, bro. You know what I mean? It's a difficult case. People, OJ, you know what I mean? People switch lawyers all the time in trials. You know what I mean? He might don't think he could beat it. He might not be ready for this, I don't know. They might be having arguments. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's the reason why he really quit, but it's millions of dollars on the table, so that's some chunk. But they $1 million lawyers, so then we might got other cases. You get what I'm saying? You never know. It might not be a bad reason that he left. You know what I'm saying? Might be a good reason he left. It might be a bad reason. We don't know.
Currently limits the use of solitary. 7 News, a voice for everyone. So tonight, senior reporter Eileen Buckley sharing the voices of 2 former inmates with different views on what it was like behind bars.
Knows exactly what it's like to serve time in prison. The Buffalo man was convicted of criminal possession of a weapon and spent 7 years at 3 state prisons, including here at Collins Correctional Facility, where guards walked off the job 1 week ago.
I got a lot of sympathy for the correctional officers. 90% of the inmates that they want to go home. They want to do their time. And they just want to go home. The 10% is where that HALT Act is benefiting, and it's not benefiting the 90% that want to go home.
The HALT Act limits the use of solitary confinement. Now, Work was out of prison when the HALT Act was implemented in 2022, but he agrees with correction officers that it makes their workplace unsafe.
I could be on the street and assault somebody and I get arrested and I'm doing years in prison, and an inmate assaults an inmate or an officer and gets 15 days in the shoe. That's not discipline. It's a disgusting bill that needs to just go. It's got to go.
Imagine spending a year in a box, let alone 6 months.
But Valentino Dixon of Buffalo disagrees. He spent 27 years in prison for a murder he was wrongly accused of at Attica, where prison guards are also striking. He was released in 2018. Dixon tells me the HALT Act finally offers a step toward humanity for inmates. Do you support the correction officers?
Well, absolutely not. How would you like for your lights to be cut off in your cell, or your water, or they cut the heat off, and these are the things that we had to endure, on almost like a weekly basis almost.
While the prison guards blame inmates for outbreaks of violence, Dixon says it's the incarcerated that often get abused. Yeah. But Dixon tells me he does agree the extended shifts of 24 hours or more for the guards is creating a tipping point for everyone. Eileen Buckley, 7 News.
Yeah, that's tough, man. They got a long way to go in New York. You know what I'm saying? They got a long way to go in New York, man. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, leave a comment.
And what happened on that plane?
I ain't getting all that insane body camera footage. That BMF stuff is out of control, man. Shout out to Gilly, man, for living his dream with his team, man. You know what I mean?
Index of other news that
and a lot of dudes just. It's a lot. What we got? Hit that notification button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Can I get a like? Can I get a like? Can I get a like? Run them likes up to 30, man. DJ Khaled. What Khaled got going on? I know Khaled been in the headlines with his new move. Khaled like to stay low key, get his money and stay out the way. I don't believe that. Khaled got his wife, man. Khaled happy, bro. Like us big fellas, man. Me don't really be fucking around too much. I want to know what's Khaled got going on. Like, come on, Khaled's my guy. DJ Khaled. 2025. 2025. What Khaled got going on? Khaled. TMZ had Khaled on it. What TMZ talking about Khaled? Khaled news. What Khaled big move? I heard Khaled announced a big move, man. Khaled announced a big move, bro. What's my name on Khaled? Khaled, we the best music. Khaled definitely really be hearing Khaled under the gun. I don't know that Tina didn't gonna pop out with that talking about DJ Khaled. Will Smith, DJ Khaled.
An ugly bar fight.
I heard about Khaled, man. Khaled 3 days ago. Oh, that's what happened. Delivered to his door.
Hello!
And that's what Khaled gets something delivered to his door.
DJ Khaled received a mysterious black coffin at his Florida residence. Spray painted on the coffin was R.I.P. Drake and R.I.P. OVO with an upside-down cross. Oddly, upon transport of the casket, police say the delivery people dropped to their knees and began to pray before leaving the scene. This comes after rebel rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine received an identical coffin. Is this a real threat or an elaborate prank? DJ Khaled.
Oh, they getting coffins putting on their stuff. They crazy, man. They crazy. But listen, man, I'm confused too. I'm confused too, bro, with the DJ Khaled. But listen, man, I thank everybody for tapping in. What it is, man, you rolling in a little late. I gotta get on the move. I thank everybody for tapping in this morning. Hey, make sure you tap in tomorrow morning and get busy with me like the Bunky Dance. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Before I get out of here, can I get 30 likes? Then can you drop your location, where you from, where you tapping in at, and let me get the 30 likes, baby. KMG gang, give me that 30th like, baby. That might have been you with the 29th like. I mean, look out for me, man. You know what I mean? Scratching homeboy back. You heard me? Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? But listen, man, I thank y'all for tapping in again, man. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on Cannon will be used against you on the internet. Hell, Raccoon, man, I appreciate you, man. Tap in, make sure you subscribe, donate to the channel. Let's go.